Lindsay, I'm going to need to hear more about those Oreos. Please give me all the details. I'll be here in a second. Okay, bye. Hi, hello. Yeah, Lindsay, tell me about the Oreos. I'm an Oreo fangirl. I love everything Oreos. I've seen pictures of the Oreos. I would have liked them more if the filling was plain instead of Oreo. What? Oreo flavored Oreo cream? That's so weird. Huh. Oreo balls, yes. Anyway, hey guys, what's up? Thanks for joining me on a not necessarily scheduled live stream. Time to raise your blood pressure. Yeah, guys, this is gonna be a rough one. So basically, Mega Stuff. See, you know what? I tried the Mega Stuff ones one time, and I guess I was disappointed too. I never bought them again. I always stick with like classic double stuff. They're limited time. Large amount of cookies and cream flavor filling. Yeah, I need to at least try it once while it's here. Anyway, so this video that we're gonna watch today is one that one of you guys sent to my Google Drive, and I watched about 5 or 10 minutes of it and was raging to the point where I'm like, you know, if I film a video, like film a reaction video to this and then have to sit here and edit it, it's gonna take way too much out of me. I'm like, this is like, I want to just like set it and forget it, dude, like, because it's bad. It's very bad. Oreo balls, yeah, aren't those the things that like you crunch up Oreos and it's like Oreo cheesecake almost? It's like a cream cheese balls and Oreos and all those things. That's, yeah. No, double stuffed. I think you can't go wrong. Happy babies. You know what's really good? If you've ever had the peanut butter Oreos, I think those ones are really good. Okay, so yeah, so this video is just called Fertility. And it says, the pretty cries and ugly cries and everything in between. It's just as frustrating as you think it is. I know I put in the thumbnail that she says basically don't go to the doctor and just do Young Living instead. She says that basically. And that is the point where I stopped it and I was like, I can't. Peanut butter ball, but Oreo, yeah. Yeah, they're very good. Hello. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Karina. Yeah, it's a lot. And this topic is particularly close to my heart because I have struggled with infertility. Most of you guys know my story, but if you don't, I've had 2 miscarriages. One was at 16 weeks pregnant, and it was devastating. It was traumatic, and basically the worst experience of my life. So when we're talking about fertility issues and, you know, I get personally, like, what'd you say, offended? I guess offended, yeah, like, I just get personally tied into it and I get pissed off. So, dipping Oreos in peanut butter? Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, you guys are making me want Oreos, damn. Okay, so, before we get started here, just please make sure you leave a lick on the stream. Please lick the stream. It's Oreo flavored today. And, no, Betsy, you're not late. We just got started. We're just starting it here. So I'm going to press play. Strap in, guys. This just fair warning, it's bad. If you have issues listening to people discuss infertility and then telling you that you can help your infertility journey by ingesting essential oils, then you might want to click off. It's bad. Oh shit, Maria, I'm so sorry to hear about that. I love how the entire chat is just talking about Oreos. Okay, let's press play. Here we go. I pressed play and she's not saying anything.
We are live.
Oh, she's quiet.
Yes, we are live. Hi, I am Kat Fulton, and I'm going to make sure this is all working. As soon as you can hear me and see me, drop a comment below. Let me know where you're tuning in from.
Shut up.
I'd love to know. I'm actually going to stop the share just for a quick second and show the full screen here. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I'd love to hear from you. I am.
Yes, unfortunately we can, ma'am.
Share my screen here in a second. Good. We've got some people live. Welcome, welcome. Drop a message below. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and let me know what you hope to get out of this. I know that fertility is a very delicate topic. Trust me, I know. I know. I was on a fertility journey for 5 years in silence, mostly silence, okay? Sharing with only a few select friends. And so I understand if you don't want to share, if you just want to share where you're tuning in from, then I'd love to hear that. And then if
you don't care about that, quit pretending that you care.
Out of this presentation, then please let me know in a comment below. I would love to know where you are, where you want to be, so that I can provide just some resources for you. My story. Great, we have comments. Yay, hi. Excuse me. Okay, so we have hello from Belgium. Hi, Rena. Welcome. I'm so glad.
Sorry, I guess I could have pre-watched this and gotten it set to the spot where she's not introducing everything. Just I'm already mad that she's let me know where you're at in your fertility journey so that I can give you resources. Your resources, ma'am, involve you shilling your fucking pseudoscience bullshit and telling women that if they, I guess people with uteruses, uteri, telling those people that if they ingest and inhale and topically apply your essential oils, that they may be more blessed with children in the future if they can't already. And she's gonna make money off of it. Conflict of interest, who? I just can't. She knows it's a delicate topic, but she's getting ready to tell us her essential oils are going to cure it. Yes, Holly, that's exactly what she's about to do.
Glad you're here. Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead and get started while people are filling up the room. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get started.
Oh, Sam, I'm so sorry.
The pretty cries, the ugly cries, and everything in between. And it really is a roller coaster. If you've never been on a fertility journey, if you are one of the, 85% of people in the world who have been blessed to not have to experience fertility issues, then please know that it is such an up and down roller coaster. And at any given moment,
sorry if you guys can hear shit in the background. My kids are being really loud.
Your friend who's going through this could be as high as the sky, and then the next moment could be as low as you can possibly go. Couple of stats for you, okay?
Exactly,
in the United
Sam.
States, 12% of women age 15 through 44 have difficult getting pregnant or carrying pregnancy to term, and that is increased in the past almost 10 years, from 10% to 12%. So we know that fertility is a big topic. Infertility is actually increasing; it's on the rise. We know that 15%
because of toxic chemicals
have trouble conceiving. We know that 48.5 million couples experience infertility globally. That's a lot of people. 48.5 million couples. We also know that fertility and your ability to conceive and carry a pregnancy to term declines drastically when the woman turns 35 plus. We know that couples where the man is 40 years or older are more likely to have trouble We know that infertility is one of the primary reasons for
Tabby Calico, thank
divorce.
you.
Okay.
Hold on, hold on.
And
You
so
pause
another
this
couple of
here
stats here.
to read this super chat. Oh my gosh, and Jordan, thank you so much for the super chats, guys. Being a person with PCOS, decreased fertility is a reality I've had to face. This kind of shilling makes me very angry, taking advantage of vulnerable. And then Jordan says, thank you for all the slayful people having babies or in the process of having them. I'm way too scared. I don't blame you, Jordan, dude. Like, pregnancy is scary. Pregnancy is magical, I guess. It's the joy of the circle of life. Thanks again, Tabby Calico. But it is scary, yeah. Oh, please rip her apart, Savannah. Tabby Calico, I will. Trust me, when she gets going here, it's done, baby. I'm about to rage. You know, I've just been in a mood the past, I guess, the past like week or so, but like today especially, I am in the mood to rip somebody apart. So I'm like, this is perfect. But shit, I mean, I'm sorry you have PCOS. That's gotta be a pain in the ass to deal with. And yeah, the fact that these people, they 100% do, they absolutely do prey on people like you with PCOS. And I mean, I wonder if she's gonna bring it up. Like I was saying, like I haven't finished this video. I made it like 10 minutes in until I rage quit. But yeah, it's just frustrating to think that there are people like her who are literally profiting off of people who have conditions like PCOS or other infertility. You know, and that's exactly what this is. She has an entire fucking hour-long Zoom call about it, and that's so frustrating. Yeah. Oh, thanks again. Thanks, guys. I really do appreciate the super chats. Karina, can't blame you mofos out here mofoing. Tell me about it. Betsy, you have PCOS too. Struggling with fertility meds. And that's the other thing too, is like, okay, oh god, there's so much already. So she was like saying all these statistics and stuff, and she's like, infertility's on the rise. And watch her start being like, a low tox lifestyle is what's going to get you pregnant. And it's like, your low tox lifestyle is bullshit. It's actually probably more dangerous. As a matter of fact, when I was pregnant with, well, all of my pregnancies really, you go to the doctor and for your like confirmation appointment and stuff, they'll give you, well, my doctor anyway, gives you like a little, I guess kind of like a gift bag. Comes with like bottles and diapers and then like a lot of information. It's just like little things. But yeah, the pamphlet inside of those, like I've been pregnant 4 times. Two wonderful babies came out of those 4 pregnancies, but still, every time I got one of those pamphlets, essential oils were on there as things to avoid. That's science, baby. That's what the fucking doctors say. That's what the professionals say. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to, what's this girl's name? Cat. She's giving a bad names to felines everywhere, Pippi. Don't listen to her. I'm gonna call her Karen. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to someone try to tell me, like, oh, it's fine. Like, no, essential oils are totally fine. It's so wild. Just the way that these people are preyed on. It's so frustrating. I was gonna say something else, too. I forgot. Yeah. Should only be taken from a medical professional, not some oily chick. Exactly. That's pretty much what I was saying. But yeah. Sorry, I'm like reading through your guys' comments. Wow, a lot of you guys have PCOS. Damn. I don't think I've... Oh, Hunter's here? Oh, hi, Hunter. He's got lots of kangaroos out there in Australia. So please like the stream for Hunter. Hunter, I was telling them it's Oreo flavor today. So... Have you guys tried this Amber Red Bull? Let me tell you, it's the best thing on this goddamn planet. Tastes like a fruit roll-up. Anyway, No, oh dear, Madia, you haven't really missed anything. She hasn't even really gotten going yet. I'm just already raging because fuck this shit. It just makes me so goddamn mad. I remember being in It Works and the rep saying their greens helped with fertility issues. To be honest, it made me feel icky. Well, yeah, in Young Living, they have the whole Ningxia placenta thing. I wonder if she'll bring that up too. Anyway, okay, here, let's keep going. Sorry, we have so much to watch here, and I'm just, oh my god, I'm gonna get so mad. I'm so mad.
Couples who are experiencing infertility are more likely to have anxiety and depression going on. 41% of women who are having trouble conceiving have depression. 41% of women.
It's pretty depressing, yeah.
Who are experiencing infertility have depression. That's a lot.
Shocking.
Okay. And then we know that 87% of women who are having trouble conceiving experience anxiety. So thank you for coming and joining me. I am going to jump right into this. Let's see. Good.
Even when you finally, even if your issue is even getting pregnant in the first place, the moment you find out you are pregnant, the anxiety is so much worse. I mean, maybe it's not the same for everybody, but for me, it's frustrating and kind of difficult to go through the motions of actually getting pregnant in the first place. Then once you're there, it only gets worse, dude. It only gets more scary because, you're afraid every time you go to the bathroom. Are you gonna find something you're not supposed to find when you're going potty? And, oh, what is that little pain? Oh gosh, it's like living in a prison in your own body for 9 months, and it's horrifying. So anyway, irregular periods in your 20s, yeah. Why don't you say, geez, obviously when you want babies and can't, it's depressing. Exactly. She's just like, wow, that's so shocking. No, it's fucking not. I can't with this woman. Okay.
Got people tagging each other. We've had years of trying to get pregnant, and anything additional I can try besides what I'm already taking. Okay, great. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. And I'm going to tell you my story, and I'm also going to share a Dropbox link of some really handy handouts in the chat.
Handy handouts.
Pin it to the top of this video so that you can download these 2 documents.
Yeah, I don't know what her sources are.
So let me just take the time to pin this comment.
It doesn't sound wrong, though.
Dropped. All right. Pinning comment.
Everything that she was saying wasn't super far-fetched.
So now I'm going to share my story. And please keep in mind that my story is my story. Your story is going to be different. We all know this. I do just want to emphasize that, especially with this particular topic, because when you see things out there, in the world like this slide. Okay, I'm just hopping ahead because I'm kind of
what is that?
ad-libbing this. When you see something that says the daily 5-minute fertility massage that helped me get pregnant, or even my headline to the caption of this video, my story of how I was able to increase my egg quality by 6 times.
Sources, the handy
who's experiencing fertility struggles reads that and immediately says, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this right now. I know it's going to help me. Okay, this is my story.
She's almost there. She's almost self-aware. She is doing the exact same thing right now that she's just when you're already struggling with infertility, if you go on, Facebook or whatever, and you see someone posting about this fucking fertility massage, or they say that something's going to help with fertility, they immediately go, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. That's exactly what you're doing right now, dude. You're like, I have an hour-long Zoom about all the things that I can do. You know what? Let me get a sticky note going. Hang on. They're behind my monitor. Because my kids ripped them all apart. They're all just in little... Oops. They're all just in little stacks. There's a million little stacks. I'm going to write down all the products that she ends up recommending. And we're going to add it all together and see how much it's going to cost, and then how much she's going to make off of you when you go through with all this. Increase my egg quality? Did she say that? I wonder, well, how would you know the quality of your eggs unless you're getting IVF or something? Like what?
You
Okay.
want to adopt it as your story as ASAP. And I want to encourage you to just step back, breathe, and take a moment, because my story is my story. Your story is going to be your story. It's going to be different for everyone.
I might need more
And
than one sticky note at this point.
that's how it is. There's joy in everyone's stories being
Hang on.
different, but there's also a lot of pain because you see your friends getting
Sorry.
pregnant with no problem. You see your
Thank you,
friends
Lizzie.
getting pregnant, surprise pregnant, right? Have you ever had a friend get surprise pregnant when you were trying to get pregnant, and you are sincerely so happy for your friend, at the same time you are experiencing so much internal pain, especially if this is a friend that maybe you can't share everything with this particular friend. Maybe you're not sharing everything with this particular friend, and you just see all these people getting pregnant, and it does a number on your mental health. It does a huge number on your mental health. So
It does.
I just want you to know that
I will say though too, like even though I know I'm done having kids, like I have an IUD, hubby got snipped, like we're done. Still though, like when I see people getting pregnant, like I'm so happy for them, right? But I'm like, I get jealous. And I hate pregnancy, okay? But you know what I love? Little tiny newborn babies. I love them so much, and I get so jealous. Even like labor is scary, and my labor with Griffin was kind of traumatic. I know I ended up talking about it. I posted a video about it. It was very scary, but like even all of that, like that experience, the hospital experience, I guess as long as everything comes out okay, you know, literally and figuratively, even that experience, I'm like, it was still like a magical experience. You're like on a high. Oh, Tabby Calico, thank you again. This emotional manipulation is vile. No, it's gonna get so much worse. Yeah, so like I look at like Chelsea's pregnant right now, and I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. But then like I'm not, because I'm like, pregnancy sucks, but then I am, because I'm like, she's gonna have a tiny little baby. It's like, whether or not you're like struggling with infertility or not, like seeing other people get pregnant, for me anyway, I get super jealous. I'm like, I wish I was pregnant right now. And then I'm like, but I hate pregnancy, but I love babies. It's like, it's weird. It's wild. Anyway, maybe that's just me, but like, I just love babies so much. And those, I guess some people have a lot of negative stuff to say about those like newborn days, but there's just something so special and magical about them, and they go away so fast. Maybe it's just almost like a nostalgic thing. It's like, because you only really have a newborn baby for like maybe 2 or 3 months tops, until they start like, well, they don't crawl at 3 months, but they'll start like doing little people stuff instead of just sleeping and pooping all day. So anyway, sorry. I don't know. I'm stupid.
Experiencing some fertility struggles. You're not alone at all. And there are so many people in the same boat, and there are a lot of resources out there to help you. So I'm gonna okay, good. We've got people sharing stories. All right. Yeah, my daughter has given up and she's only 31. Yeah, I mean, I gave birth at age 40. I turned 41 the next day.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
So, you know, you never know. Okay, great. People are sharing. Yeah, please share your stories if you're comfortable. And if not, then let me know where you're tuning in from. Love to hear from you. And I'm so glad that people are joining us today. I'm going to lay it all out there. If you look at the pinned comment to this video, then you'll see a Dropbox link to two handouts that are going to help. But then there's a book that I want to recommend. And the book is called It Starts with the Egg. And I can't recommend it high enough. So I'm just going to get to the punchline and tell you that. And I'm going to tell you how I arrived at our result of having our beautiful daughter, Jillian, and all the pains and struggles that led up to that, and what I learned, and what I would do differently if I were to do it all again. Okay. So this is me, a little bit about me. I am a strong person. I'm independent. I'm self-sufficient.
I
I
can
love to
tell
work
from this
hard and
picture
play
she's
hard.
very
Both.
strong.
I love to live life fully as I possibly can. And I am a person who is known to achieve whatever goals I set for myself in life. Okay. I mean, I can be really intense. But I love it. I love living my life that way. I love going all in. There's no question in my mind that I will not have regrets when I die, because I will have given it my best shot. I will have done everything to the best of my ability. I know that, and so I'm thankful for that. At the same time, the weird thing about infertility is that, when you're a goal-oriented person, and I'm futuristic too, and some of my strengths are like I have a million ideas a
Futuristic?
minute,
Like
I'm optimistic,
Star
I'm
Trek?
futuristic, I'm entrepreneurial, I
I don't
love
think that's the
life,
word
I
she meant.
dive in head first to whatever I do, I achieve my goals. But the weird thing about fertility was that I couldn't figure it out. And the other weird thing is I wanted to have fun with it. I wanted to have fun.
Griffin's
Let's
howling
have
like a
fun
wolf
getting
downstairs.
pregnant. Let's
Sorry.
have fun having lots and lots of sex so that we can get as pregnant as possible. Is there such a thing as getting as pregnant as possible? I don't know, but let's do that. Let's give it a shot. And so that's how I went into this. Like, okay, we got married. Okay, yeah. So Matt and I got married in 2014.
I did want to bring up that this story is reminiscent of Erica Cole, who I know a lot of people have really super duper given up on trying to watch the paparazzi reality show that I stream every Wednesday. I get it. Like, it's very unwatchable. However, we're still going. And Erica Cole in that show, it's kind of the same thing. Like, she pretty much said the same thing as this lady. She's just like, I've always been goal oriented. Like, I've always like known what I wanted and known how to go get it and always achieve my goals and da 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 da. But fertility, I just can't get it, And unfortunately for Erica, she's, what is she, like 43 now or something? She's had IVF 7 times and it's just not working for her. So she's probably going to have to either get a surrogate or adopt, which, great. Yeah, there are plenty of children who are needing to be adopted in this country. Please stop stealing babies from other countries. But this country, especially having Roe v. Wade overturned, I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of kids in need of homes. So, do that. That's great. But she said the same thing though. She's just like, the one thing in my life that I can't figure out how to get for myself is pregnancy. And I feel that, dude. I feel that so hard because it really is out of your control. If you struggle with any kind of infertility, like, that is completely out of your control and it sucks. Yeah, it's just interesting to hear all like these MLM people all kind of saying the same thing.
And we did, he wasn't ready to try, but I wanted to try right away because, first of all, I was 35 years old. And again, I just knew I wanted to have a baby. I wanted to have a baby. So I wanted
Props
to try
to my
right away.
old
He
mommies
wanted to
out
give
there.
it 6 months just to have some stability in his job.
Not like old. I'm not calling people old. Like, I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to like insult anybody, but like shout out because I feel like an old parent. I'm 32 with a 2-year-old. Like I was almost 30 when I had Griffin. And to me, I'm like, I know that's like normal and totally not old at all, but like somehow I still just feel old. Like my mom had me when she was 20 and now she's like, what would she be? 52? Yeah, she just turned 52 and she's like living her best life, her and my dad, and they're like empty nesters, just like having a second wind at life and shit. And I'm like, I could not imagine being 40 years old and having a newborn. I want to be done with that by the time I'm 40. Like I want to be planning my retirement, But hey, some people choose that for themselves and that's great. Shout out. You're 38 and you just had your third. Oh my God. Holy macaroni, dude. Like, I can't. Looks at you through my granny glasses. I know. Like, no, it's just a feeling I have. Like, I feel like I'm an old grandma, but I think it's because I was raised by young parents. So, but either way, like, oh, God, I could not do it. Like, shout out to those of you guys who can. Yeah, Emery, I had Sparrow when I was I was 2 months away from turning 25. And at that point, like, I had years before that thinking I wanted kids, and like my husband and I like had some moments where we thought we were trying back when we were like 21, 22, and it's like I look back now, I'm like, that's a child. Like, I thank God I didn't get pregnant back then, because that's a child. But like, just to think that my mom was 20, like, ugh, holy moly. Just pregnancy is just so hard on your body, and like doing it in my 20s was hard enough. Like, doing it in your 40s sounds really difficult. So shout out to those of you guys who can go through with that stuff, because pregnancy is tough, man.
So we gave it 6 months, and then we started trying. And then it's like, month after month, I kept thinking, okay, well, let's skip this month, because we don't want to have a baby in December and have our baby's birthday coincide with Christmas, right? We don't want to have that issue. We want to make sure that her birthday is, or his birthday, their birthday is separate from Christmas, so that they, you go through all these thoughts like, okay, let's skip this month. Let's not try this month, because let's be really picky and choosy. And then eventually, after trying for 6 months to a year, you get to the point of like, something is funny about this. The other thing about fertility is that, what it looks like on the outside, what it looks like on Instagram is different than what happens in real life. And all of you know this already.
True.
But okay, this is me after I got pregnant, right? Oh, I'm so happy. I'm my bump is popping out, and it's so fun and it's so cool. But at the same time, I mean, really, this is kind of what it looked like. But even these pictures, I'm not the type of person to take a picture of myself when I'm crying and when I'm suffering.
Most people
and when
aren't.
I'm in pain. So even these private pictures that I wouldn't share on social media do not paint the picture of the true struggle and true pain and true weirdness of infertility. Okay, and here's my kitty cat supporting me, but it's like, it's almost like
here's my kitty cat supporting me.
Fertility struggles don't always understand the type of struggle that you're having. And it's kind of coming to a point of acceptance that like, okay,
a year is pretty average.
And knowing like, who do I want to share this with? Who do I not want to share this with? And for me at the time, I did not want to share it just publicly on social media.
This lady's mouse is right on the screen, and it's driving me nuts.
Grieving with me, experiencing the pain with me, experiencing the anticipation with me. I did not want that. I wanted it to be private. And so everybody handles it differently, what your comfort zone is. But so keep in mind, any friend or loved one or daughter that you have, or daughter or son who's got fertility struggles, like, just keep in mind, open the space and allow them to speak. And at the same time, try to reserve your own projections of your own worries and your own fears about their journey. And you can be open about your intention.
You know why she might be saying that? Is because she's about to tell us that you shouldn't go to a doctor and that you should use essential oils instead. And so she's like, if you know someone who's going through infertility, just keep an open mind, It's their journey, not yours. I think they're allowed to have concerns if you are getting pregnant and not going to a doctor. Especially if they care about you, dude. Like, come on.
To do that. So I have learned in this process, okay. So basically,
the slide.
Okay, basically,
it's so bad.
I rarely see doctors in the first place, but I do love medical intervention, Western medical intervention in the cases of emergency, trauma, or dire circumstances. And I found out that for me, for this, it turned out to be a dire circumstance, and I'll share more in a second.
Is it at all possible that perhaps you wouldn't have been in a dire circumstance had you just like gone to a doctor for your prenatal care? It's wild to me. Okay, so you guys know, I never really covered the whole thing on my channel. I've kind of like wanted to like do like a whole deep dive into that Angela Faith Summers Monate Witch Lady. But there's just so much, and I don't know where to start. I don't know how to like track down all of her crazy shit. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, she just had a baby a few months ago, and the entire time she didn't go to a doctor, and she was bragging about like how she's gonna go give birth in the forest, and she wasn't ever getting an ultrasound because ultrasounds are so dangerous, and they're not, by the way. Like, please, seriously, please shut the fuck up, Angela. Yeah, just lots of just dangerous stuff. And of course, talking about like, I don't know, how to be healthy while you're pregnant and while not going to the doctor, and basically like it's frustrating shit. But so what happened to her is that she had the baby. I don't know if it was unassisted or like what ended up happening, if she did it at home or if she actually went into the middle of the fucking forest to give birth, but she ended up hemorrhaging, I think, and she had to go to the hospital because she was losing too much blood. You know, if she had given birth in the hospital, the doctors would have been able to help her. She's like, oh, I was just getting so tired and I wouldn't stop bleeding. And it's just like, yup. Guys, like, I mean, people still die from giving birth, even today in 2023. It's much less than it used to be because the medical intervention we have now, our medical technology is so amazing that everything that we have right now, like, I would be so terrified to give birth unassisted, let alone without a doctor present. Because like when I was in labor with Griffin, I had a 11-minute long contraction. Yeah, it was right after I had gotten my epidural, so thankfully I couldn't feel it, but Griffin's heart rate was like plummeting, and there, like, it was like 1 second there were like 2 people in the room, and the next second everyone was flooding in, and like they put an oxygen mask on me, and like I could only focus on Griffin's heartbeat, and it was so slow and it was freaking me out. And then I started throwing up, and then the lady was like asking me like, oh, how tall are you, when's your birthday, like to keep my mind occupied and like not fucking pass out. It was scary. Like that's when I'm telling you, like, my birth story with him was traumatic, and then he ended up in the NICU because traumatic birth, like he pooped in the womb, and traumatic birth things like that can cause what he ended up having was neonatal hypoglycemia. Is that what it was? Hypo, yeah, because his blood sugar was low, and he had to go to the NICU within a few hours of me having him because he couldn't keep his body temperature. And if I had done that without a doctor, who knows what could have happened. That's terrifying. That is so fucking scary. So, how to be healthy while pregnant without going to the doctor implies that she knows it's not healthy. It's super not. And it literally, I rarely see doctors. That's a problem. For her to be like, oh, I struggled so hard with infertility, and then to come back and be like, I never go to doctors. It's like, maybe you wouldn't have had to struggle so long if you had gotten some medical assistance. How about that? Jamie Fushi, thank you. I always say you have a 5-year window, 25 to 30. I had my oldest at 23 and didn't know a damn thing, and my youngest at 31, and I'm tired. He's 14 and giving me gray hair. I feel you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's where I'm like, thank you again. That's where I'm like, Griffin is 2, and he's a tiny tornado of a human being. Tiny drunk human is basically what it is. Lolo Parmy, thanks for becoming a wave maker. What's up? Thank you. Yeah, it's exhausting. And Sparrow is finally at the age, well, she's about to turn 7, and I mean, she's been good for a few years. Like, she's more independent and is not always needing me for things all the time, but like, a 2-year-old gets exhausting. Marco! Hi! Fertility is a mindset. I know. Who needs medical intervention? Thank you, friend. You didn't have to do that. That's so kind of you. Yeah, all you have to do is manifest it, right? Just manifest pregnancy. And it'll, that's it. That's it. Oh, Quinlan, I was just like reading that and I just saw the word poop and I was like, what? Hunter, you swallow the layer of hair you grow and it turns into your first poop. It's something like that. Yeah. Griffin pooped while he was in my womb. So like when my water broke, it was all like disgusting. The doctor like showed me, or the nurse or whatever showed me the towel after she was like wiping everything up and it was like green. I'm like, that's nasty. The joy of childbirth. Anyway, here we can continue here. Oh my god. Yeah, let's get through this fucking slide without raging.
Some people will get your fertility journey and others won't. And then the people who get your fertility journey, they won't always get it either. Even if they are also on a fertility journey, they won't always understand the way you're experiencing the fertility journey. And that's why this is such a delicate thing. Such a delicate.
You're telling people not to go to a doctor and to take, look, at the bottom here, get on Young Living essential oil supplements ASAP. I love medical intervention in cases of emergency. Yeah, I'm sure you do. This is so frustrating. I'm sorry I keep pausing it. I just can't. Some people will get it and others won't. It's okay. The ones who get it are also right next to you, probably sucking down essential oils alongside you. The ones who don't get it actually give a shit about you, and they give a shit. Oh my god, they give a shit about your health and the health of your baby. Regret, guilt, shame have no place. Unless you're being a fucking idiot and not getting the medical attention you need.
Thing. Okay, so
oh my god.
I also learned that it's so important to keep spending most of your time doing what you love to do and not to perseverate and obsess over this fertility journey because it takes so much time and patience.
Just live, laugh, love.
Regret, shame, guilt. Like, oh, I should have tried earlier then. Okay, I should have tried earlier in life. Well, maybe I missed my chance. Or, oh, I don't have enough money to try this type of modality or this type of therapy or this type of supplement or this type of intervention. But, all these things holding you back, you get to decide what is true for you and what is not. But I will say,
no, you don't. Whoa. You get to decide what's true for you. No, you don't. You know who does? Science. Science is a who in this situation. Biology, I don't know, nature. You don't get to just make up how your fucking body works, dude. You don't just get to pull that shit out of your ass and be like, this is my truth. No. I can't. Oh, Marco, this is the new Amber edition of Red Bull. It is fucking delicious. I don't know if they have it in Canada, but if they do, I don't care where you are in the world. Get this shit. If you can handle caffeine in Red Bull, get this shit. It's so good. And then I mix it with booze sometimes. It's like really good. I'm probably gonna have a heart attack someday, but it's okay. Anyway, oh my god.
ASAP, because that is my biggest learning in all of this, that I'm so looking forward to sharing with you what happened. It truly is a miracle to me in my life. So here's my husband, got married in 2014. He is the sweetest, most wonderful guy ever.
Those look like two different people.
He supported me the whole way, even though he didn't understand.
Those are not the same person.
Journey. And it's like, they never quite do fully understand, and that's okay. So, sometimes it felt really lonely. And I think that's part of the
Crystal, I can't stand the fig apple one. I tried it. It's awful. I'm sorry. But if you like it, that's great.
Feeling lonely, like
this is strawberry apricot.
The minute you start thinking I must be the only one, that's when you start asking yourself, is that true? No, it's not true. You are not the only one. Just because you feel lonely right now does not mean, you have to check yourself. If you've ever heard of Byron Katie, she is a great example. Read the book Loving What Is. She is a great she has great wisdom on how to check your thoughts and what you're telling yourself through this journey, because it's so important to keep yourself in a good place. So important to take care of you in your mental health throughout this journey. So important. I think mental health is more important than any kind of intervention. Okay, so this was me. I did mine abdominal massage. I did like all the fertility stuff. I did special belly massages. I did acupuncture, acupressure, like everything. I did. I did.
You did everything except for like modern medicine, right? Because you never go to a doctor. I did everything. I did acupuncture. I did everything. I tried everything. I don't think you did, actually. I actually think that you could have tried a lot of other things that maybe would have been more effective than rubbing your tummy. The daily 5-minute fertility massage that helped me get pregnant. How do you even know? How would you even measure that? Like, how would you be like, if I hadn't been massaging my stomach in this way while I was trying to get pregnant, I would have never gotten pregnant. This massage is what did it. How do you measure that? You don't. There's no truth to that statement at all. Jesus Christ. The mono twins? No. I had kidney stones from Red Bull, so I can't drink them like I once did. It's an extremely unhealthy amount, though. Yeah, no, it's not fun. Kidney stones are, not fun. If we're talking about babies right now, I know I've told you guys before I've had 2 kidney stones, and they were both pregnancy related because I was taking so many Tums to help with the heartburn, because it was just constant all the time. Like, imagine living with heartburn for like 3 months straight. Nothing can help you. So I was like basically eating Tums like candy. The first kidney stone, at least. My second one wasn't as bad, but my first one, when I had the one I had right after I had Sparrow, that pain was, I struggle to say equal to like labor contractions and stuff. It might have been worse. Yeah, it was bad. I thought I was dying. So I don't blame you. If you get kidney stones from Red Bull, yeah, I would avoid them too.
so much. And then finally, after a few months of trying
I've never heard of
everything
mono
in
twins.
that arena, as far as natural and then I would
Jazz,
the
you
oil
naughty
herbs, and
girl.
I would look and I would see like just light. I would like search for the word fertility. Okay, see what comes up. You search for the word pregnancy. You see what comes up, and I would find like little tidbits here and there, but they weren't ever like structured protocols. But that's fine because I wanted to keep it light. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to like
Scorpion. I know I covered that in one of my Hun Science videos. I think I have a playlist for Hun Science, actually. But if you go on YouTube and search Savannah Marie Hun Science, I want to say, like, there's, like, the little, like, bacteria in the thumbnail. So I don't remember which one it is. But I think it's in there, where someone, like, did swab tests and stuff of the thieves cleaner. So, yeah, if you're looking for that, I know I have it there. I got them from someone on Instagram, and I can't remember the account who did it, but yeah.
Let's just have lots of sex and see what happens. Isn't that how it's supposed to come about, right? And so that was I wanted it to be like that. And it didn't end up being like that, but it's
Thank you, Quinlan.
Because we have an amazing
that will be helpful.
baby
Thank you.
I'll show you pictures of in a second. So I would just pick up here and there. Okay, I should add a little bit more vitamin D. Oh, when Young Living came out with a vitamin D supplement. Oh, great, let's add that one to my regimen. Okay, Omega Gies. I'll get my fish oils. I get my master formula. So my basic multivitamin, as well as my probiotic to keep the biome good in my belly and everything. Make sure that everything is being really absorbed, and I'll just keep doing that. So I did that. I just took some light advice and went forward, but it's still nothing, right? And it was so, it was actually very frightening.
Because, okay.
Of course,
I was like, what is this?
You're getting older and older. And when I was in my 30s, 10 years ago, I never listened to that. I never listened to someone saying, as time goes on, you're getting older and older. Like I would always be, no, 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 no. No, I will be forever young. I am never going to adopt an older person mindset. No, I am always going to be young at heart. I'm always going to be open to new ideas. I'm always going to be willing to learn and change. And so what I learned is, yes,
Birdie,
you can be older.
You don't, there's like certain fish that you're supposed to avoid. It's like levels of mercury.
Whenever I would hear someone talk about fertility and aging,
but like I used to eat fish like once a week because it's still good for you.
I don't know if that was my own like trying
but
to
any more than that, they say you should avoid.
But eventually, I did see a doctor, my primary care doctor, and I don't know if this was my naivete or what, but
brainwashing maybe.
I didn't realize that she was into naprotechnology. Okay,
what now?
If you've never heard of naprotechnology, it's called the Creighton model of naprotechnology. And I think it's really kind of cool, but it's very subjective too. It's the kind of thing.
Why would you want to, first of all, who the fuck is your primary care doctor who's like, I know a thing that might help, but it's subjective. That's not, like, why would you want to, I get, okay, like, alternative medicine and stuff, it's basically all subjective, right? In a lot of cases, I don't really see an issue with, like, supplementing a healthcare routine with, like, with shit like this, like, holistic, whatever the fuck, like, as long as it's not hurting you or anyone else around you and you're not forcing it on anyone else, like, whatever you do, dude. I don't fucking give a shit. But, like, when if you go to a primary care physician and they're like, oh, here's what I'm going to prescribe to you, but it's subjective. That means it's fake. That means it's not real. That just, like, science and medicine, it either is or it isn't, dude. It's not that, there's no in between, really. Like, I know some people, like, react to medications in different ways and stuff like that, but, like, in general, you can't really say that, like, modern medicine is subjective, because it's not. It's like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I obviously there's, like, experiments and stuff that have to go on, but, like, you know what I'm trying to say. I just why would you depend on something that your doctor's like, this is subjective? Okay, then it doesn't work then. That's what you're saying.
Where every single day, multiple times a day, you're checking your cervical mucus.
Oh yeah, raw fish, very glam. Yeah.
Sticking your fingers up there and checking your cervical mucus, and when it's 2 inches or longer, then you're like, oh baby, we gotta like, let's have some special time right now.
Yeah, that's a thing
I feel so embarrassed talking about this, but
that's the thing that they tell you to do. I never did that. You know what I did instead? I just bought ovulation tests. They're like pregnancy tests, except it tells you when you're ovulating, and that's how we got pregnant with Griffin. So I didn't have to play with my mucus at all. It's disgusting. I can't, like, I'm not grossed out by a lot of stuff, obviously, because I like talk about poop and stuff and poop and farts, and I think poop and farts are really, really funny. And but the one thing that grosses me out is, like, snot, like mucusy. Oh. Ew. Got some new sounds on the soundboard. Yeah, no, I can't do it. It's disgusting. Cervical mucus, very good. Yeah, it's nasty. Like, I would prefer not to fucking touch that shit. But, ovulation tests work just as well, and they're not that expensive. I got them on Amazon, so thank God you're waiting for the soundboard.
This is like not me to talk about this kind of thing, but that's how it was. So you see the little babies on the days, those are like 2-inch plus or 1-inch plus cervical mucus days, and it's like, ooh, baby, right? It's time to get out your sensation massage oil. It's time to get out, all your florals to get everybody, like, in the mood and, get that good juju pumping. And, okay. And of course, you're trying to, we tried everything. I was like, okay, now when we were done, I literally would be upside down for like a minute if I could tolerate being upside down for a minute. I would literally not go to the bathroom afterwards because I'm like, well, I don't want anything to escape that might need to stay.
When she says upside down, Is she talking like standing on her head, like up against a wall upside down, or is she just like staying laid down with her legs up or something like that? Because like imagine like you just got done. Yeah, Hunter, you're right. I need to add great job. I will do that. Imagine like you just get done having the sexy times. And you're like, all right, time to go upside down, and you like you know those push-up bars or the pull-up bars or whatever that you can like put on your door frame? You're like, time to go upside down, and you just like hang from it for that's fucking wild, dude. Could you imagine how awkward? I guess I wouldn't put it past anyone though. I'm sure someone somewhere has done that
in the environment, just in case a miracle is waiting to happen. And you know, we did everything. So we tried this position and that position, and go Google how to get pregnant. We did it all. We did all of that. Okay. At the same time,
but she didn't go to a doctor
because you do it when you wake up in the morning. You do it before your first, before the first time you go pee. You do it after your first pee of the day. You do it then before and after every time you go to the bathroom that whole day. Right before you go to bed, like you're just checking the whole day. And then you document the juiciest subjective documentation.
Legs up is one thing. Hanging upside down is another thing.
Now, what I did not know. Oh, good. Chris is totally comfortable with cervical mucus talk. Awesome. Great.
It's gross.
Okay, what I did not know is that my doctor, the reason she did the Crichton Muddle of neprotechnology technique here that you see on the screen here, the reason she was into this is because she was anti-IVF. And I did not know that. I'm so naive. I didn't know. So the doctor I was seeing was a very religious doctor, and I didn't know that either. I'm so naive. So like,
how did you not know that? You went somewhere, oh my God, you went to a doctor who said that the things that they're going to tell you to do are subjective. I think that's sign number one that they fall on a certain side of politics and religion. Like, just, you don't have to be a genius to figure that out. Oh my God, what was I going to say though? I was going to say something about that. Oh, the IVF thing. So I'm wondering, maybe she'll explain it, but I know super religious people, even like pro-lifers and stuff. And when I say pro-lifers, I mean forced birthers. A lot of them are against in vitro fertilization because what happens is you have to do all the fertility, you do the shots and shit like every day for weeks or whatever the fuck. It's a lot of just heavy lifting, dude. I mean, metaphorically. It's a lot on someone's body. A lot of preparation and stuff, too. And then they go in and they harvest eggs from your ovaries. And then they essentially freeze it or whatever. And then when you're ready for it, then they take the sperm and then they artificially inseminate the egg in like a petri dish, essentially. And then what happens is that you end up having multiple embryos. So what happens is, and the reason why a lot of these forced birthers are against IVF is because you might have like 10 embryos, but you go and you get your first set of implants done or whatever. Sometimes they'll do just one. I think I normally see them do at least like 2 or 3 because they don't always stick. So they'll go and implant stuff, and like say for example you had 3 eggs implanted and finally had one that would stick. That means you have 7 embryos left. Well, they wouldn't even be embryos at that point. They'd be, what do you call them? Blastocysts, some shit like that. A fertilized egg, basically. And they're just there. And if you're pro-life, then you believe that every single little tiny cell in that fucking petri dish is a human being. So they're anti-IVF, because then what do? You throw those out? You just threw away 7 human beings. Even though they want everyone to have all the babies, but if it's at the expense of other fertilized eggs, then no. It's fucking wild. Blastocyst, is that, did I get it right? Am I writing what down? I haven't written anything down yet because she hasn't like given the protocol yet, and I'm assuming she's gonna give it to us. Ship all unused embryos to Mars to populate the planet. That's a genius idea. Zygotes, yeah, that's a word that I think I've heard used there. Yeah, I think they do a few, and sometimes you can become pregnant with twins of different father's sperm if you choose different donors. Yeah, that's a thing. And that's kind of how a lot of IVFs end up with multiples. It's pretty common, actually, because they'll implant more than one at a time because they don't always stick. So anyway, they tend to lean more on if God wills it type of thing. Yeah. So it's like you just went to a doctor to get fertility help with a fertility treatment. Oh, you're surpassing God's will there. You're gonna go to hell now. Bye. There's so much, dude. Like, it's hi, Clown Town. I didn't say hi to you yet, but I saw you in the chat earlier. This fucks me up because, like, a lot of religious people really feel like having a kid is important, so fuck the infertile people, I guess. Yep, it's God's will. God doesn't want you to have kids, even though your deepest desire... there are Bible verses that are like, God knows your deepest desire, and as long as you believe in him, then he'll give you your deepest desires. And it's like, a lot of people's deepest desires is to have a family, sometimes a big family, sometimes just one kid, and they can't, and they never get it. Why is God being such an asshole? How come Shirley down the street has 6 kids and Karen over here can't even have one? And that's the deepest desire in her heart. And she prays every day and asks Jeebus for her own little baby Jeebus growing inside of her uterus, and she can't get it. Why is God holding out on her? It's fucked up. Anyway, I know that was a stupid tangent, but yeah, it's wild to me, the idea that, like, these pro-lifers, forced birthers, could be anti in vitro fertilization. Someone wants to have a baby and they can't, and they're like, you can't do that either, though, because what about the ones that don't stick? That's you're killing people. That's murder. IVF, you get one life out of it, but you killed 9 others. It's like, what the fuck? These people are wild. Absolutely wild. Okay, sorry. I'll press play. I just can't.
Yeah. But if I had known that, I might have made a different decision. But see, me, I'm like, no, let's do it natural. And so anyway, the point is, after trying this for a year, and you should see all my charts. I'm sure I kept them somewhere in the garage. After doing this for a year, and working with a coach, so embarrassing, getting on a Zoom call with my husband to talk to this older lady. She had grandma vibes. She felt like my grandma, my Napro technology coach, telling her about my cervical mucus. It was so weird. We did this for a year.
Yeah, Bethany, I know it's not like every Christian person, like, doesn't believe in IVF, but it's basically, well, put it this way. They are pro-life until it affects them personally. That's it. And that goes for basically every single stance that religious and or right-leaning people have. They don't give a shit about LGBTQ unless, their kid ends up being gay, and then they have to, like, realize that, like, I either love them for who they are, or I try to change them and pray the gay away, like, it's not an issue to them, and they will take everyone's rights away until it affects them. And then suddenly it's like this big deal. Same thing with IVF. You probably have plenty of Christian people or plenty of religious people who are gonna go to these, like, pro-life rallies and shit and then be like, but I want to have a baby. I guess it's okay if I do it. Typical. We see that shit all the time. There's so many examples of that, dude. So I think that's just probably one of the many hypocritical views that those people
Did this for a year. And then finally, I realized, we're not getting anywhere, people, because I am not pregnant, and I'm a goal-oriented person, and the goal is to get pregnant, and we're not even close. What the heck, right? So, yeah, Lucy says when you have mucus, you're most likely ovulating. And this is how this chart shows. So you see the red is obviously a period.
Exactly, Tara.
And then you ovulate not that long after you finish your period. So the babies are when your cervical mucus is super stretchy. You want egg white, super stretchy, and all that good stuff.
This is so gross. I'm so sorry.
And then, hey, maybe it's a good time. Maybe that means that the sperm and egg are going to meet up and have a little dance together. And okay, didn't happen for me that way. Did not happen. So what we did, and by the way, this is when my husband was unemployed. I was making all the money. So we had to make a decision. We did talk to a fertility doctor, like a real intervention, Western medical intervention IVF lady, and went to a fertility clinic and discussed, and she said, well, okay, I think I was 39. So you're 39. So what, or 30, I was 38 going on 39. I don't know. She said, we can try
Quinlan,
IUI,
I did see that. Yeah.
Or we can just go straight for IVF. And so I said, okay.
How there are people, who, was that like a Vice documentary or something? I don't remember what it was, but I do remember this. Like, there was a whole thing about like a certain abortion clinic, probably Planned Parenthood, and they said that at one point one of the people who were always protesting outside of Planned Parenthood actually ended up going in to get an abortion. And then after that, you would think that they would have had their mind changed. Nope, they protested after that too. That's who we're talking about, dude. Like, yeah, the ew comes from the Bratz movie. I mean, I get it from Curtis Connor. I think that's where we all got it from, really, but ew. Anyway, yeah, lots of hypocrisy there. I mean, just look at the 45th president of the United States, who allegedly had multiple. Well, he didn't have the abortions, but he allegedly had people get them for his sake, and then runs off and does all this pro-life legislation bullshit. So yeah, no, all of them. So many right-wing politicians have had people get abortions, so it's all hypocritical.
Let's try IUI, but she said usually when we do IUI, we give it 3 times before then we suggest IVF. So I'm like, okay. We tried IUI, but I only did it 2 times because then I was impatient, being the goal-oriented person I am.
I don't know what IUI is.
IUI is not working, so let's go straight for IVF. And so we did. We had I did all the things. We had to do shots in my stomach over and over for many months leading up to the retrieval date. And granted, my husband gets wheezy around needles, and I'm like, oh no, you're not. No, you are doing this. Yeah,
this shit's no joke.
Yeah, everything was on my shoulders, you guys. It's crazy. So we did a retrieval, and this is what it looked like. Actually, it was really promising. And the doctor was like, this is great news. So you'll see that the total number of eggs retrieved is 18. And then everything was pending day 1, pending day 3. So they do check like on all the odd days, day 1, day 3, day 5. So day 0 is when they pull the eggs, and day 0 is when they retrieved 18 eggs. And so then everything was pending day 1, day 3, day 5, and then they do 6 and 7. Okay, so this was great news, and our doctor was like,
yeah, so I think you're right.
Congratulations, 18 eggs is a huge deal. But guess what? There was a piece of information that she was missing on their little report to us, and I'll tell you what that was in a second. Then she was like, oh, 18 were pulled, 14 were mature, and 10 of them fertilized, which is very normal stats. She's like, very possible that we'll be able to get an embryo out of this because every time they check, the number goes down by half. And so you're starting out at 18, day 1, you get to 10, very normal. Not
half
a
of that would
problem.
be
Then
9,
we're pending
but okay.
day 3, right? Day 3, okay, 4. 4 embryos are still developing, Kat, so not bad. So what they do is they pull your eggs and then they inject. They do this ICSI thing, ICSI. They inject the egg with a sperm, and that actually makes it more likely that the sperm and the egg are going to do the thing, become an embryo. Okay, so 4 on day 3. Now let's look at day 5. Are you ready? Day 5, day 5, day 5, day 5. 0. Oh. So if you can see my screen through the captions, I think the captions are covering up day 5. On day 5, the screen says 0. And then I was devastated and I cried all day and I was so scared and worried. I'm like, oh my gosh, I guess this isn't going to happen. Day 6, 0, day 7, 0. It was so depressing.
I mean,
we get
yeah.
this email on top of it just to rub it in our faces a little bit more. Unfortunately, we do not have any embryos eligible for biopsy and freeze cycle. So I wish I had better news for you and understand how disappointing this outcome is. No kind of wordsmithing that they can use makes any of this easier to swallow at all. Okay, so that's when we set an appointment with the doctor and we're like, you were so optimistic. What the heck? And so we asked the doctor, we're like, why were you so optimistic? And she's like, yeah, well, and I still am optimistic. And it's like, well, we just spent $15,000 for nothing. What's going on? You know? And so then she's like, she says, look, okay, there's a book that I recommend. And so here, I'm just going to stop sharing. So she said, there's a book that I recommend reading. And she was really honest with us. She is a medical doctor. And she's like, look, medical doctors do not have time to look into supplements that could support you along this journey. But
I'm sorry, what? Pretty sure that medical doctors go to school for fucking 12 years or sometimes more. Like, I mean, like higher education. You're trying to tell me that in those 12 years they never learn about supplements? I doubt that. I mean, I've never been to medical school, so what the fuck do I know? But I can't imagine that a medical doctor doesn't know the ins and outs of, like, at least what, like, I guess popular or regular supplements will do for you. But also, I do know that, like, doctors have, like, databases and stuff that they can look into this stuff. Like, if you ask a question about something that they don't know, they have, like, databases. I'm just saying, guys, what? Aren't all doctors medical? No, Karina, haven't you watched Friends? Dr. Ross Geller is a paleontologist, and he's still a doctor. Actually, when I was in elementary school in orchestra, my orchestra teacher's name was Dr. Johnson, and she was not a medical doctor. She just had a doctorate in teaching, I guess. I don't know. But she also taught me how to play violin. She was a doctor, but not a medical doctor. Anyway, while it's true that pharmacists know more about your actual medications, doctors still know about supplements. Right, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't seem right to be like, your doctor knows nothing about supplements. What I think she means to say is that your doctor does not recommend essential oils because there's no evidence to suggest that it will help you get pregnant. There's no evidence. Has this shit been studied? Yup. There's been plenty of studies on essential oils, and none of these claims are evidence-based. And that's the funny thing about medical doctors, is that they're not gonna fucking tell you to start taking all these supplements if there's no evidence to back any of that up. They're not gonna do that. That's what homeopathic medicine doctors do. Doctors, excuse me, they're not real doctors. That's what she means. She's basically just like, your OBGYN knows nothing about Young Living. So clearly that's a problem because they're not going to recommend any of what I'm about to tell you. Me, a multi-level marketing salesperson, I know my shit, but your OBGYN does not. Who died and made you king? Like, what the fuck? It's so weird.
People have time on their hands to really
it's not a matter
look
of
into the research on supplements that can help you in this journey.
There is no
And so I said, okay,
evidence
you know,
in this.
what gives? What's going on? And she told me a book called It Starts with the Egg. So here's what I recommend doing. This is the answer to your questions, or to your loved one's questions. Or
before she says anything, she is not a medical professional. Do not take anything that woman says as medical advice at all. Don't listen to a single goddamn thing she says. None of this should be taken as medical advice. And if you have questions about this kind of shit, ask your doctor, your real doctor, a medical doctor. And if it's fertility related, probably talk to your OBGYN. I mean, it's just like, it's simple, dude. Like, it's not that hard to understand. But this woman's just like, I'm going to tell you. Let me tell you. What do? You sell essential oils, ma'am.
Whoever you're supporting your friend's questions, get the book. It Starts with the Egg, and then go to the back of the book where she gives protocols and use Young Living supplements for all of her recommendations. She gives protocols that are based upon
Let me see if I can
your
find
condition,
this.
your age, your status, and, you know, whether it's just, unexplained infertility. Mine was unexplained infertility. Or if your story is about having PCOS, or if your story is about having recurring miscarriages, or if your story is about, I can't remember all the rest of them, but they're all laid out at the very back of that book.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
I think I found it.
Might be the answer to someone's prayer out there. It was the answer to our prayer. And I hope it...
Hang on. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna pull this up. Let me just It starts with the egg supplement protocol. Yeah, there's like a PDF for it. Here we are. Starts with the egg supplement guide. How to improve egg quality, increase IVF success rates, and prevent miscarriage. Recommended brands for egg quality supplements. You'll notice here that you're not doing that. I'm not seeing anything Young Living, and she's just like, just everything that she says here, just replace it with Young Living shit. Melatonin. How is melatonin gonna help you get pregnant, dude? Like, what the hell? Are these vitamins like prenatal? I mean, $89 for a fucking prenatal vitamin. Like, oh my god. But so, okay, so they got prenatal vitamin. I don't know what the fuck this shit is. Anyone who has any sort of medical knowledge at all, I can probably put some things in the comment here. But dude, Samantha, I was thinking the same thing, because when she said PCOS, she did put it in quotation marks. I was thinking that too. I was like, it's not a fake thing, ma'am. Vitamin E, I mean, how do you like pick what supplement is best for you? Because first of all, we know that supplements aren't even regulated, not in the same way that food and drugs are. They're just their own stupid regulatory body, and there's really no proof of what's in these things. So, like, what is your method of picking which vitamin E you should be taking? You know? Wait, isn't this NAC? Hang on. Do I still have my NAC? I do still have my NAC. N-acetylcysteine. Yeah. She thinks that NAC is going to help you get pregnant? This is, okay, a dietary supplement for immune support. And then we also I have that because of the whole back in the Elamir days. I stopped taking it a while ago because I've been on ADHD. I was taking it to see if it would help with my ADHD symptoms before I got diagnosed with ADHD. Now that I have ADHD, I'm actually on like actual medication for it. But I don't get, like, I've never heard anything about NAC helping with pregnancy. Like, what? Melatonin can assist in reversing oxidative damage to oxide. I don't know what that means, but yeah. NAC was fine. Like, I feel like I did notice, and I was talking about this before, that I feel like I did notice like a slight better like cognitive performance when I was taking it. Nothing compared to like Adderall. But okay, you got like vitamin D. Like, this is all basic stuff. DHEA, that's in like most basic prenatal vitamins. Like, I don't know. And then of course she's just gonna be like, here's the Young Living shit you need to be taking. Divergent Queens, hey. Yeah, I'm still on a journey to figure out what's best for me, and they recently put me on Adderall, but there's that Adderall shortage, and like 2 weeks ago my doctor was like, okay, we're gonna get you on because I'm on the extended release right now, and it's not working, but it's like not working as well as it should. So she's like, okay, we'll get you the immediate release twice a day, and it's been like 2 weeks, and I haven't heard from my pharmacy, and I don't have it, and it's a very frustrating situation to be in. But that all being said, I call bullshit on that whole thing. I don't know anything about that damn book. I don't know anything about the lady who wrote it. But if you're really going to say that, like, certain supplements are going to help you get pregnant, like, they make prenatal vitamins for that. Like, just buy a fucking prenatal. Like, what are you doing?
It's the answer to someone else's prayer. Get this book.
Yeah, Lizzie,
use
it's
all
hard.
Young Living supplements. That plug in the Young Living supplements to all these protocols that she has you walk through in the back of the book, and be so serious about doing the protocols. I mean, I was taking supplements sometimes 7 times in a day, 7 different times in a day, because you're supposed to take certain supplements before breakfast, eat breakfast, after breakfast, mid-morning, take some more supplements, and then you have lunch. And then after lunch, take more supplements, another batch of supplements, mid-afternoon, take another batch of supplements, before dinner, another batch of supplements, after dinner, some more supplements, and then right before you go to bed, a whole nother batch of supplements.
Yeah, but like with Young Living in general, like if any of you have watched that oil show with us before, you know that they're already doing this shit. Like, if you're in Young Living and you're taking your Young Living journey seriously, hold on, let me turn this light down. It's getting darker up in here. They're already doing this. They're like, I got my lavender oil before bed. I diffuse this in the morning to wake me up, and then I have my protein shake, my protein powder, and I mix in peppermint oil, and like they have like 7,000 different products that they use every day. These people are spending thousands of dollars on these fucking Young Living essential oils and supplements every month because they're already doing this. So she's making it sound like you gotta take this really seriously, like you have to take this every other day. It's like, that's not new to you people. You all do that shit. Anyway, 7 times a day, yeah, and I don't even think that's a exaggeration. Like, the way that the people on that oil show talk about their supplement routines with Young Living, it's generally, yeah, like 7 times a day is pretty average. Like, they'd be like, oh, before I go to the gym, I take this Omega Dies and this fucking, I don't know, just like all this stuff. It's like, if you're trying to lose weight, you take this before you eat. If you're trying to improve your sleep, you take this, and you take this before bed. Take this when you wake up, you'll get energy all day. It's like, there's so many things. So many things. Is it every ADHD med now? Oh no, that's awful. Yeah, I mean, I have the ones that I've tried that I didn't like so much, or that like didn't help me very much. So I can fall back on those for a while until I get Adderall, but like, yeah, it's frustrating. The whole situation is really frustrating because like I really do notice a difference with Adderall, and I mean, I feel like I haven't figured out the right dosage and like the schedule and stuff for me. But as soon as I figured that out, I feel like my life will improve greatly as far as like cognitive function and stuff goes. Because like without it, like I notice a difference where like my brain feels less loud and scattered, if that makes sense. Like when I take Adderall. And I guess I kind of noticed that a little bit when I tried Ritalin, but not as much. Yeah, it's so frustrating that there are people who like finally find out that like their brain isn't working the way that everyone else's does, and then they find something that works for them. And now there's like all this infighting between the FDA and whoever else is involved, and they're just like, oh no, we don't have enough. There's supply and demand. It's like, excuse me. Okay. Anyway,
Do you
sorry.
see what I'm saying?
It's so frustrating.
But it only lasts 3 months. But what worked for me was going into this like I go into anything else, where take no prisoners. I am unshakable. You cannot move me. I am going to be on top of this, and I'm not going to miss any supplements, and I'm going to be a complete ridiculous what's the word? I'm going to be a maniacal person I'm going to be like,
maniacal?
You cannot shake me from this protocol. Okay. And it's only 3 months. So that's the reason I could handle it, because it only lasts 3 months, right? So what the doctor said is that, just read this book and see if anything resonates. My doctor's like, yeah, see if you get anything out of this book.
I don't trust
this doctor. Tell me to take this book seriously. No, I took it upon myself. So that day after we met,
excuse me, if your doctor tells you to do something, why would you not take it seriously if they're a legitimate, like, respectable doctor? From what I'm understanding, like, I don't see any respectable doctor recommending a book instead of like helping you in ways that are actually helpful. Or like, I don't know, well, she said that she was against IVF. The doctor was against IVF because she was religious. So I guess, it all makes sense, really. I don't believe that this doctor was the best care that this woman could have gotten. But of course she's going to say, no, it was everything I needed because Young Living helped me get pregnant. Meh.
The doctor, I went straight to Audible on my phone. I ordered the book. I played it 2 times as fast, several times in the back of the book protocols. I made my husband listen to it while we were driving in the car. And then I started writing
your poor husband
that was suitable for me. And then I was like, oh, look, Young Living has vitamin D. Oh, look, Young Living has omega-3s, fish oil, omega J's. Oh, look, Young Living has this multivitamin. Oh, look, Young Living has CoQ10, blah, 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 blah. So I cannot recommend this book highly enough. I'll keep sharing my screen here 1 second. Okay, so what she covers in the book is oh my gosh, listening to this book, I thought I was at a Young Living convention. Because she was preaching all of the same things that we learn.
So pseudoscience. You read a book about pseudoscience. But like, I was at a Young Living convention. Oh my God. Like she didn't recommend Young Living. From what I understand, like this lady in this book didn't specifically recommend Young Living. So like, are you really following her protocol? I don't know. It's like weird. Also, it's all fake. It's all bullshit. Bye.
Through Young Living education. And it's interesting because it's like before 2018, when I was going on this journey, and when I was involved in Young Living, I was like, yeah, I want to live naturally. Yeah, I want to do everything natural.
Very
I want to
true.
Reduce endocrine disruptors. I want to reduce any kind of weird things that are causing my hormones to spike or
okay, you can do that without Young Living then.
Of course I do. But I had never heard someone educate like Young Living educates. And I just thought Young Living was this kind of like this diamond in the sky, this miracle that just came into my life when I really wanted to get serious about my fertility and living naturally, et cetera, et cetera. I didn't realize that there were people outside of Young Living who felt as strongly about reducing BPA, minimizing phthalates, getting rid of your plastic Tupperwares and replacing them with glass, using glass instead of plastic, and as it not like,
Guys, people still get pregnant and are using plastic tubs. I don't want to say Tupperware because fuck Tupperware, that's also an MLM. But like, I don't know, Glad, what do you call them? The Saver. You know what I'm talking about. We'll call them Tupperware. What the fuck is the word for them that's not Tupperware? Like just storage containers, I guess? I don't know. Plenty of people can still get pregnant and not switch out their fucking food storage containers for something glass. Listen, if that's what you want to do, then fucking do it, fine. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but, like, that seems pretty damn unnecessary. And given that, also, I'm surprised that, if this is such a big deal, I'm surprised that Young Living doesn't sell their own, like, food storage containers. Maybe they do they? Oh my gosh, someone tell me. But, like, if she has to specify that, how come Young Living isn't, jumping on that shit, Hi. Excuse me. Pippi. Can you hear her purring? She's rubbing her little face on the microphone. I just wonder. She's so happy.
The receipts at the store, don't touch those. Those have terrible,
Glad takeaways, sure, yeah.
Endocrine disruptors on them. Okay. Also, I mean, of course, I've heard taking prenatal is important before, but the way she explains it in the book is very solid, research-backed, just like you would listen to education at a Young Living convention. Blown away. And then the way she talks about sugar control, I had heard...
Sorry, I had to fix my mic. Pippi headbutted it off, that little thing. Jamie, thank you for the $5 hair. She says, no, her doctor told her to go to the back of the book and replace all the supplements with Young Living. You're the second channel I've watched this video with. Oh, really? I didn't know that someone else covered this. Who else covered it? But still, though, like, yeah, exactly. It sounds to me like the doctor is just like, thank you again, Jamie. The doctor's like, yeah, you don't need to read the whole book. Just the back of the book is what's important. And if the doctor said to replace everything with Young Living, that makes me wonder, like, if you guys watched my video that I did with dietitian Kat Benson, when there was a lady in there who was talking about using Young Living for pregnancy issues and for fertility and all this shit. And, I just lost my train of thought. Don't touch printer paper, it's dangerous. I forgot what I was gonna say. My Adderall wore off. See, that's what I'm telling you. Like, I take it. I have a alarm that goes off at 9:30 every morning to remind me to take my meds, and I do. And that's the problem with my Adderall shit right now, is that I'm on the extended release, and it's supposed to last. I think my doctor lady said 8 to 10 hours, and I'm like, it's barely lasting 6 for me. So yeah, the end of the days are pretty rough right now, because that's just like I'm in La La Land. Let's see. I think it was a live also. Yeah, I'd like to know who did. Was it like DC? I know DC covers a lot of Young Living stuff. The gym teacher from Mean Girls don't have sex. Cece watched this video? Oh. Okay. I didn't watch that one of hers, so she covered this. I'm gonna have to go watch it. Her doctor didn't say to use Young Living. She was telling everyone else to just go to the back of the book and replace it with Young. Oh, that's what I was going to say. In that video that I did with Kat, it was the same thing. Hold on, wait. Sorry, I just got distracted again by Lizzie. Lizzie, thank you for the $5 hairs. I said what the fuck out loud so many times. Husband has asked me if I'm okay. No, we're not okay. We're being preyed on. As people with uteruses, we're being preyed on. Oh my gosh, what the fuck was I gonna... Because, like, Samantha, you reminded me what I was gonna say, and then I forgot it again. Oh, okay, wait. It's coming back to me. So the lady was recommending a doctor, to the point where like she got one of the other people on the Zoom call to also come back and see that same doctor, and it was like, are you taking Ningxia Red? The first thing that this lady told this other lady to do for pregnancy is to start chugging Ningxia Red. I'm like, no legitimate doctor would tell you that. There are doctors, quote unquote doctors, or homeopathic medicine specialists, or whatever you want to call them, who specifically just dabble in Young Living. And I'm wondering if that's exactly what this lady was seeing. I don't think this is a real doctor. Anyway, Nate, thank you for the $10. Love your channel and your message. Firm supporter of mental health treatment. I know the right treatment turned my life around. Dude, yeah. I'm there with you. I've been on sertraline, aka generic Zoloft, for over 10 years, and yeah, it's the best thing I ever did. Like, it changed my fucking life, dude. So I'm absolutely a huge proponent for medication for your mental health, even though I know it's not for everybody. And like, I know my best friend tried sertraline and it sucked for her and she hated it, but like for me, it fucking saved my life, dude. So you know, I absolutely support people's right to medication for their mental health issues. Anyway, make those connections. What you mean in my brain? How my brain like keeps trying to come up with a complete thought, and it's like, what? Like how these these MLM distributors on these Zoom calls are always like, I always have such a squirrel moment. And it's so annoying when they say that, but like literally that is my life. So anyway, Zoloft twins, dude. Zoloft's the best, man. For me anyway, and for Samantha apparently. Yeah, saved my life, changed my life, changed who I am as a person. It's a life-saving medicine.
This again at a Young Living convention, but I had never heard someone outside of Young Living explain it just the same way that they do at Young. I mean, it's beautiful. It was such validation for me.
It's all homeopathy.
And knowing that, wow, I am on the right track. I just need to make some refinements and some tweaks.
Dude, Fairy Glam, I tried Wellbutrin for my ADHD, actually. That was the first thing that my doctor had me try, because they don't want you to try the fuck do you call it, stimulants right away. So they put me on Wellbutrin, and it fucked me up, dude. I was having anxiety attacks. Like, my heart was pounding 24/7. I would wake up in the middle of the night just like unable to breathe. Because not like because my lungs weren't working, but because like when you have panic attacks and like anxiety attacks, like your chest feels so shallow and shit. So Wellbutrin fucked me up, but I'm glad it works for you. It's just another example that you know, if you're gonna go through the help to get, you know, mental health support through medication, be prepared for a journey, because I've been on this ADHD medication journey for probably like 6 months now. And for me, it was like, for the depression stuff, like sertraline, it was a one and done. I tried it, life-changing, amazing. Never even considered looking at a different medication. But for ADHD, it's been a journey. And I think that's pretty common. But anyway, I'm glad Wellbutrin works for you.
And get a little bit more specific about how I'm targeting my
Lizzie Goldstein,
nutrition
I'd like
and
to
my
see
intake of these
that
supplements.
Also.
And let's see what happens, okay? The other thing she recommends in the book is getting tested for your hormones, which I did too. And what the doctor said I had was phase 3 latency. So my ovulation would happen like too late in order to be effective for conceiving. And also she talks about increasing vitamin D3, which I've heard a lot of times too. She says getting tested for celiac. If that's on your radar. And then she says getting your thyroid tested as well. And I found out that I had thyroid deficiency. So I started doing
thyroid deficiency? I mean, I'm sure she means like hypothyroidism or something like that, but like just the way she put it, I have a thyroid deficiency. I don't have enough of a thyroid gland in my body. I'm the thyroid deficient. Just goes to show this chick is just like, she's pulling all this stuff out of her ass.
I forgot the thyroid one, you guys.
Sam, yeah, it is. Ningxia's just fruit juice with some essential oils.
The E one, the thyroid one. And you put it right here on your thyroid to support it. Endogize, thank you. Endogize. All right. So I was on the right path. It's just like I needed to make some tweaks and refinements. So this is how I converted it for what I needed.
All right, let's write this shit down.
You see at the left of the screen, it says ISWT. It starts with the egg. That stands for it starts with the egg. And then YLEO is Young Living Essential Oils. And so everything that it starts with the egg, she recommended in the book, I was able to match it with Young Living. So I know that folic acid is covered in Master Formula and Super B. I knew that CoQ10 is covered with Omega Gize and or MindWise as well. I knew that antioxidants that she keeps talking about in the book to rid your system of free radicals. We've heard this a million times at Young Living presentations, right? Read it.
Christina Beck, thank you for renewing your membership.
More, and you'll feel very validated in our Young Living education, which is so solid. Antioxidants. Ninja, hello, huge, so important. DHEA is covered in Prenolone Plus and PD8020 and Endogize. Melatonin is covered in Sleep Essence. Ooh, big one, especially if you're going through IVF. Vitamin D3 is covered in Omega Gize and or Master Formula, and then thyroid support, Endoflex. That's what I meant, not Endogize. Endogize is a supplement. Okay. Endoflex is the oil. That
I'm gonna look up the prices.
Okay, so really
later because she might say more shit.
Is in the Dropbox link that I put in the pinned comment to this video. And then I did a little bit more digging into some of our groups because our Young Living groups are so incredibly valuable, so valuable. So read this comment I found. I use Prenolone cream topically, Lady Sclerol as perfume, Sclerescence in homemade capsules and Femigen capsules, and Ningxia Red 3 months every day and conceived my 3rd month. This was months after having tried Clomid for 3 months.
Oh my God. See, okay, Clomid is... I just feel like this whole thing is like fear-mongering. So Clomid is a... It like forces you to ovulate, I think. But it's like it's like really hard on your ovaries. So I think like you can't like just keep taking it forever. Like you're only allowed to go through a certain amount of cycles taking Clomid to conceive, or else it can like just destroy your reproductive system from what I understand. So this is already like fear mongering. Like I took Clomid for 3 months when I could have just been drinking Ningxia. It's so wild because this is like a perfect correlation does not equal causation. And that's what these people are doing. They're absolutely correlating shit that has no real evidence to back any of it up. And they're like, oh, I just did all this stuff and wow, I conceived 3 months later. Like, it's, dude, it's classic correlation versus causation. Like, you can't, there's just no evidence to support what these people are saying. Like, that's great that it worked out for you this way, but like, it's like anecdotal evidence is not like actual evidence, you know?
For 3 months, several failed IUIs, and being told by 2 fertility docs my only chance was IVF. Good luck. So comments like these, I would take note of and remember that story is not my story, but what can I take from this? What can I learn from this? Well, Lady Sclerol as perfume, I can do Prenolone cream. Was already doing that twice a day according to the protocol as laid out in the book. Sclerescence.
The protocol laid out in the book does not include Prenolone plus cream from Young Living. She didn't tell you, none of that shit on that protocol is Young Living. None of it is. So don't sit here and be like, I followed the protocol. No, you didn't. You didn't use any of the products she recommended. You replaced it. You replaced every single product she recommended with Young Living shit. That's not the protocol. You made your own goddamn protocol.
I actually took 8 drops of Sclerescence in a capsule every morning. I think it was a post-breakfast, part of the post-breakfast regimen.
Eating essential oils.
I did do Femigen capsules twice a day. I think it was twice a day. And then I did Ningxia Red as well a couple times a day. So, you know, there were comments that I saw that I'm like, remember, her story is not my story, but what can I learn from this? What can I incorporate into my own story? So I came up with my own regimen. So this is what I would do, okay?
Oh,
These
God.
are the 7 times a day that I would take supplements,
go.
right?
Got
Before breakfast, here. Endoflex, on Endoflex here, Super C, chewable tablets, 2 Ningxia packets with breakfast, Omega Jai, Sclerescence 8 drops in a capsule, Master Formula, Super.
I'm telling you right now, this is thousands of dollars. The amount of shit I'm writing down right now, it's unreal. It's fucking unreal. Okay, where was I?
And Femigen. I think it was 2 capsules of Femigen after breakfast. I had Prenolone cream, and I would rub it at my lower abdomen. Lady Sclerol, wearing as perfume, Progessence Plus. I would put it on the insides of my arms. Before lunch, 2 Ningxia packets and Super C. With lunch, a DHEA pill. At dinner, Prenolone Plus, as again, rubbing on my lower abdomen, Omega Jais and Mindwise, and then before bed, Master Formula Femigen, Life 9 and Sleep Essence. Now I would do Life 9 a little bit closer to bedtime so I didn't want Life 9 to
and this stuff
conflict with the Master Formula.
A lot of this stuff too, when you go and you buy it from Young Living's website, it's not even like a 30-day supply. A lot of times. Sometimes it's like a 15-day supply, so you're buying like 2 things of it. And she says 2 Ningxia packets before breakfast, 2 more Ningxia packets before lunch. The daily recommended, I guess, dose that Young Living puts out for Ningxia is up to 4 ounces a day. One of those packets is 2 ounces. So 2 packets is the daily maximum that they recommend, and she's over here doubling that shit. And that's the same thing that they were saying in that video I did with Kat, that the lady who was talking about Ningxia with fertility was like, oh, I just double my Ningxia, and she's saying the same shit about like breastfeeding. She's like, yeah, I have way more milk supply when I double my Ningxia, and it's like, it's a fruit juice, excuse me, it's a fruit juice, and it's got some essential oils in it, dude. It's bullshit. But yeah, no, what did, thousands of dollars that could have been spent on more IVF. Yeah, sure. And listen, IVF fucking sucks. You're going to blind react to Eric Worry vids after this, because this stuff makes me sad. It is very sad, Marco. If you're going to be live, I'll redirect to you, as always. You're just the next step for all of my lives, obviously. What? Jaclyn Hill was trying to get people to buy Valor? That's so fucking stupid. Anyway, like, IVF is difficult, and I don't blame anyone for looking at other options before you go straight to IVF, because, like, that's a lot, okay? It's a lot. That's just a lot for anyone to go through and to do. French Middle, she's trolling us? I don't think so. Well, okay, no, because the amount of Young Living videos I've watched like this, they all kind of say the same shit, dude. Like, I have 3 sticky notes full of stuff that she's trying to say that you need to do in order to fucking conceive, dude. Wait, did I write down Mindwise? Yeah, I did. Okay. It sounds exotic. Yeah, and we're talking, like, this is all, you're gonna have to buy this more than once a month. I think that's where I was going with the Ningxia packet thing, because she's taking double the Ningxia that is recommended, so she's probably buying, I don't even, how many packets come in one of those containers, dude? Like 30 or something? So if she's drinking 4 of them a day, this is insane. Like, the amount of money that goes into this. And guess what? The amount of people who are watching this Zoom call who are like, okay, this lady had success with this, and I'm desperate to conceive. I'm just gonna do it. If this worked for her, it'll work for me. Thousands of dollars. And I'm not exactly sure when this Zoom call was recorded. I know it was sent to my Google Drive a few months ago, and I'm just now getting to it. Hi. But Young Living back in November made it so that if you sign up with Young Living, the first month, the first count, like 30 days that you have a new recruit on your team, you make 50% of all of their purchases and their sales. I think in their sales. Definitely purchases, though. Meaning that if she recruits people based on this alone, and she says, this is what you need to do, this is the protocol, that first month, say for example, all this stuff, I'll just estimate maybe it costs $1,000. If she's making 50%, she's gonna make $500 off of that one person, let alone if she's recruiting multiple. Now, if they're already in Young Living, then if they're not in her downline, I guess it doesn't benefit her in any way. But if they are in her downline, she's still going to make some sort of commission off of it. And it's, yeah, it's bad. Marco, you can thank DC. DC's the one who taught me how to redirect, so. Thanks, YouTube. I guess it's been a thing for a few months. I just didn't know it was a thing until DC taught me how to do it. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna have to add all this shit up, but like, I'm just disgusted because that's one thing she's not telling you is like, of course she's like, if you want, because she said this. Oh, she said this. She was like, if you want this to work for you, you got to do it like I did, and you got to buckle down and just do it. Be goal oriented and be serious about it. She wants you to buy every single one of these things. And if you're going to sign up under her, you're giving her hundreds of dollars. But she's not going to tell you that. She's not going to mention that, oh, by the way, if you do my protocol, which I don't know anything about this lady. I don't know if she's a medical professional. I don't know. Maybe she's a fucking nurse or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know what her background is in any of this as far as education goes. If I had to guess, I'd say there's none. But yeah, okay, let's follow your protocol, ma'am. And then give you hundreds of dollars. Yep, that's what we're gonna do here. It's sickening. It's absolutely sickening. She's making hundreds of dollars off of desperate women who just want to conceive a child, dude. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Or anything else that was in my stomach at the time, okay? Because you know the probiotics
have a great night, Jennifer.
With some other supplements, so you want to try to take it as
hi, Jillian.
alone and as isolated as you possibly can. So this is also in the Dropbox link in the pinned comment to this post. So I just want to talk about these, and then I'm going to tell you the results. So remember, I had talked to this doctor. We had zero.
Doctor.
What happened? Okay, so hang on. Let me just recap. I'm just going to recap here, guys. Okay. Yes, Endoflex is the oil. Endogized is the supplement. Love Thyromin. Good. I love this chart. So easy to use. Good. Yes. I've heard hormone testing is super important for all kinds of things. I need to look into it more. Yes.
Yeah, you should check out Marco.
Hormone
He's cool.
testing, what they do is they take your blood every other day for a cycle of 30 days so that they can see how your estrogen and progesterone is waving through your 30-day cycle. I'm curious if this oil also gives a protocol for
She's
the male,
proud of this
because
PowerPoint.
sperm quality
Yeah.
also. Yes.
She spent a lot of time making those charts on Canva, you guys.
Yes. The book does talk about male fertility as well. So
so there you go. So not only does she want you to be taking this as, oh my god, this pause face is awful. Not only does she want you to be taking all of these things yourself, as presumably as the woman who is on this fertility journey, you also need to buy enough of this shit so that your man can take it too. So, like, let's just double all this shit while we're at it. Yeah, okay. Just give her some more money. So frustrating.
Man on the protocols that she outlays in the book. And a lot of it is very similar stuff to and I had him doing it too. I just didn't have enough room to like put it in the presentation, but yes, absolutely. I know that it included Ningxia and a lot of antioxidants.
Thank you, Hunter. Yes, please lick the stream. Thank you.
From Super C to vitamin E, she talks about, all the antioxidants, but I had him doing Ningxia all the time to really beef up his sperm, because there are
lots
a fruit
of
juice indicators, there's like sperm speed and sperm shape and sperm
who has studied this? The answer to that question is fucking no one. Like, there's no evidence at all to suggest that their fucking expensive ass fruit juice with some drops of essential oil in it does anything for sperm count, sperm speed. No, look, who has studied this? No one. I'm telling you right now, no one. Wild. Absolutely wild.
They have to measure all of them. So yes, I had him doing all of it. Have him also
beefy
have him
sperm,
do
ew.
the multivitamin master formula as well. Okay, really important to get your partner on board to all of this as well.
Yeah,
So
because
just
it'll
to
line her
recap,
pockets.
where we are in the story right now is I was in a learning phase. I had gone through many years of trying to conceive, 4 years, I think, of trying to conceive to no avail. I did two IUIs. We did an IVF. They retrieved 18
Ew,
eggs,
Lizzie.
and we ended up with 0
Where's that
embryos
sound?
after day 5, which was heart-wrenching and horrible. We were crying our eyes out. And then we decided if we're going to do this again, which we are, then on day 5 and day 6, we're going to be at Disneyland. So that way, if we're going to be at Disneyland, that way, if whether we have
Disneyland is really good for your fertility, I hear. What is she talking about?
great results or whether we have horrible results, who cares? We're going to be at Disneyland. We'll either be dancing for joy or we'll be crying our eyes out at Disneyland. You know what I'm saying? So we plan to...
Listen, Disneyland, we're talking about mental health here. Disneyland is, wait, did you measure it by putting them in a race with non-oily sperm and seeing who wins? Right, like, who tests this shit? Anyway, from a perspective of someone who struggles with anxiety and like agoraphobia and stuff, the last time I went to Disneyland, I accidentally forgot to bring my sertraline, and we were spending 2 days in the park, and by the second day, because I didn't have my anti-anxiety, depression meds, it was miserable. Like, I mean, it's supposed to be the happiest place on earth, but there's so many people, lines, noises, things that just, like, when you're anxious, at least for me anyway, when you're already an anxious person, that shit sets off your anxiety so bad. And to me, the last thing I would want is that cherry on top of a Disney trip to be like, oh, by the way, your IVF didn't work. But yeah, you're at Disneyland, so you'll enjoy yourself. No, I paid a ton of money to be in this fucking park, and now you're telling me that I'm not gonna have the baby I wanted. Like, and I'm surrounded by all these people. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, if you've ever been to Disneyland or like any of these big theme parks, really, I always see like families where like one of the parents is freaking out. We went to Legoland with the kids when was it? In January. And that was a lot of fun. We had a great time as a family, but the amount of families that I saw were like the dad's walking around like blah, 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 like being a jerk. Like, I'm like, aren't you supposed to be like happy? Aren't you supposed to be in vacation mode, enjoying your family time together? Like, these big theme parks stress people out, dude. I don't care what you say. You're gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna be in Disneyland. We're gonna be so happy. It's like, they just like naturally stress people out, dude. Like, so to answer that question that she did not ask, yeah, I would hate to be in Disneyland and get bad news. Like, what the fuck?
Plan ahead for that day 5 and day 6 if you're doing IVF to like make sure you're in a good place to handle whatever results come your way.
Disneyland ain't that place.
So what happened at this point in my timeline, right? We did the egg retrieval. I think that was in June. Talked to the doctor at July 1st, as early as we could get in an appointment with her. She said, try this book. I don't know. It may resonate with you, but yeah, I'm still hopeful for you guys. Sure. Just throw down another 30 grand for another couple of egg retrievals. And I'm like, okay. So I go into this book and I do a deep dive into this book. I line up all my supplements same day and I'm ordering them online ASAP, right? I'm getting them delivered to my house ASAP because I'm like, we're going to do this. We're going to do it for 3 months in a row. At the end of 3 months, we're going to do a second retrieval and see what happens. And so this was my little experiment on my little body. Okay?
Correlation does not equal causation. This is the lesson that we all need to be learning from this. Correlation does not equal causation. You did your own little stupid experiment, and I'm assuming that it happened to work out well for you. That's great. Correlation doesn't equal causation. So fuck you.
So we had really great results after 3 months.
Oh yeah, she's got to be rich if she's just
but first I want to tell you about
throwing down thousands like this.
Excellent source of omega-3s. This is like basic. Let me share my screen. Omega Gies is basic. Fertility basics. Okay, there's fertility basics and then there's fertility like refinements and targeted depending upon your condition.
But I like how this says Young Living products are not intended to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent any disease. I mean, not that infertility is really a disease, but it's like, I don't think it's supposed to treat infertility either. Like, you have this disclaimer at the bottom of this fucking slide. Anyway, again, she's like, Omega Jazz is a fertility basic. But this wasn't in the protocol. If it was a fertility basic and you're basing your entire protocol off of this fucking book, that you can't call this a fertility basic because it wasn't in the book. What are you talking about? I made my dogs bark. I have a mini fridge right behind me, and I'm pretty sure there's a White Claw in it. I'm gonna go look for it because I'm feeling like I'm gonna need it at this point.
PCOS.
I'll be right back. It's right behind me.
Miscarriage. Like sperm issues, right? So, but the basics are definitely your probiotic, your omega J's, your multivitamin. Okay, as for starters, those are your like bottom, like this is like baseline. Omega J's, so important because it includes CoQ10, and CoQ10 is very important for fertility. And the fatty acids and everything. So also it helps to prevent vitamin D deficiency because this is a very...
Young Living products are not intended to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent any disease. And she's like, it prevents vitamin D deficiency. It literally says at the bottom of this slide that this shit is not meant to treat anything or prevent anything. It says that. It's right here. Is no one reading this shit?
Special blend. Omega J's is more powerful than your typical fish oil that you're going to get at Costco. It's a very special formulation that helps prevent vitamin D deficiency and does all these wonderful things. But truly, the formula that Young Living has is special, unique, and very powerful. I trust these Young Living supplements. You know, Young Living was a supplement company before it was an essential oils company. Okay.
What? Huh? Since when? I have never heard that. All I've ever heard has been Gary Young writing the fucking essential oil Bible, and it's all just essential oils. I mean, the supplements that Young Living sells is based on essential oils. Like, what? I have watched so many videos about Young Living, and never once have I ever heard anyone say that.
Oh, this is what it is. This is the fish oil that Young Living uses is molecularly distilled. Molecular distillation ensures the highest quality of fish oil by removing toxins from the oil that are released from the fish during distillation.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But Young Living adds clove to help preserve. And clove is the top of the ORAC scale, which clove helps your antioxidants, okay? So clove also helps to support reproductive health. Then there's German chamomile and spearmint rounding out the special blend in Omega J's. German chamomile further supports the body's proper inflammatory responses. So that's important for reproductive health too, is keep inflammation down. In addition
Isn't
to
that important for everything?
Benefits,
That's what you all
combination
say.
To Omega J's increases its absorption rate by 15 times. Okay, you don't want to be taking a fish oil and have it run right through you. No, you want it to be absorbed into your body.
Yeah, so because you guys, the only fish oil that your body can absorb is clearly from Young Living. Every other fish oil is bullshit. No, but that is one thing that I've heard them say. They're like, Young Living fish oil only uses the highest quality fish. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't think that's a thing.
Effective. In addition to the amazing benefits of fish oil, Omega J's also gives you 237% of the daily recommended dose of vitamin D. So that's also very important to know. Prenolone Plus is another fertility basic. Can you use Omega J's while pregnant? I did. Heck yeah, I did.
Ask your doctor. Okay. A real doctor.
I went for so long thinking you couldn't improve egg quality. I started seeing an acupuncturist, and she was the first doctor to say that number can go up. It can be so incredible.
An acupuncturist told you that you can improve egg quality with acupuncture? I mean, presumably like other like holistic bullshit, but like, sorry, I have slime. I'm just poking it. Excuse me. Why? This is all so insane. I I feel like I have so many things to say and nothing's coming out because I just like I cannot believe this. It's a body cream. Your body cream's like a fucking lotion. This is gonna help you get pregnant. Some people are really vulnerable and they're listening to this and being like, okay.
Urging to hear this.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Yes, it is possible, and you just have to get the right support. So would you take a vitamin D supplement with omega 3s or just, no, I would do both. Both. Vitamin D, the vitamin D supplement as well as omega 3s, both of them. So Prenolone Plus Cream is another fertility basic. You want to, like, what I did is I rubbed
According
it
to who?
At my lower abdomen twice a day. Okay, this is why it's so powerful for reproductive health. It helps, okay, first of all, DHEA. I'm going to start from the bottom because that's like the punchline. DHEA is so important for reproductive health. Any book,
why wouldn't she put that?
That
she made this PowerPoint. Why wouldn't she just put that at the top? He's like, I'm going to start at the bottom of this PowerPoint that I made because it's more relevant. It should have been at the top, but like...
You'll read. We'll tell you, oh, DHEA. DHEA is banned in Australia. You can't even order it or something. Although banned in certain quantities and countries, research shows that DHEA increases chance of spontaneous conception.
What is this random
number of eggs and embryos?
Where there's like captions here all of a sudden. Like, where did those come from?
In IVF improves egg quality, lowers risks of miscarriage, and lowers rate of chromosomal abnormalities. So Prenolone Plus is like it's a no-brainer, basic fertility support in addition to your omega 3s, your Life 9, and your multivitamin and your vitamin D. Okay, so we're just adding to your baseline here for reproductive health. It is speculated that Prenolone is highly discriminative as it converts up to other nutrients only as they are needed in the body. So it is literally, it's bio-aware. It is aware of what your body needs and it will adapt. It's one of those adaptogens.
Is that a
like
thing?
Dr. Ollie talks about all the time. There are no reports of side effects that have been reported.
Hunter, you're
even after
good.
decades
You can be
of
as crude
use
as you want.
Of Prenolone Plus. It's a steroid that improves the transmission of nerve impulses and facilitates communication between brain cells.
Spontaneous
It helps
conception
support
is
healthy
like
adrenal
conception.
glands and improve our resistance to
Or
stress.
is it like
It
a
also
virgin
helps
birth?
uplift the mood. And then also
Like
just stuff
Mary.
like the top line, non-toxic,
Hi,
promotes
Erin.
tissue repair, promotes nerve regeneration, improves delta wave sleep. Sleep is so important for fertility as well. Lifts your mood, improved immunity, like the antioxidants, keeping
mind
your
my
immune
dogs.
system really high, so important for reproductive
They get upset
health.
when I screech.
Stress reduction, big. Relief of inflammation, reduction of PMS, menopausal symptoms, supports healthy myelin sheaths. Okay, just Google myelin sheaths and understand why that's so important. Protect from high cortisone.
No reports of side effects have been reported even after decades of use. I call bullshit on that. If there's no side effects, then it's not doing anything. Period.
And enhances memory. Okay, good. Look, DHEA is banned in Canada too, Lucy says.
There's no fucking way. Really?
Another really basic supplement that I've mentioned before, but we're going to go into it a little bit more, is Master Formula, which is Young Living's
Will you guys stop talking about Gary Young's balls in the chat?
Master Formula to support your reproductive
Thank you, Erin.
health
Yes, please like the stream if you haven't already. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to start at the bottom again because that's really where the punchline is.
That's your fault. Why'd you make it? Oh my God.
If you read the book, It Starts with the Egg, you can understand why antioxidants are so vital to reproductive health. You have to keep your system clean and clear so that there's space and
you can get antioxidants from other sources other than Young Living, and it's gonna cost you a lot less.
So that it's like a nurturing environment to welcome this being into your beautiful, sexy, gorgeous womb. So antioxidants.
Beautiful, sexy, gorgeous
is
womb.
a caplet. Phyto simply means from a plant. This caplet contains water-soluble vitamin C, calcium, potassium, choline, and then a whole bunch of fruit, veggie, and herb concentrate blends.
I don't know why my dogs are barking.
So then also the mineral chelates are...
No, you guys can keep talking about Gary Young's balls. It's fine. Unless you don't want to. No pressure. But actually, yeah, it's kind of gross. What am I? Sorry about my dogs. I apologize. I think they're barking at my kids. Not sure.
Minerals that are already in a form the human body can easily absorb. Unlike typical minerals can compete with one another for absorption, as well as block the absorption of vitamins. Chelated minerals do not do that. They are cheerleaders.
You threw up in your mouth, Quinlan?
The entire squad there and absorbed. Okay, so they increase the absorbency.
Get a
of their
womb.
buddies, their friends, the other.
You guys are so funny. Oh my god.
Also.
Sorry, I mean, this is all word salad at this point anyway, but Lizzie, thank you for the $5 hair. She said, this is banned, so put it on and in your body. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But you know what's really interesting, too, is that a lot of MLMs, like, for example, I think Monet might be one of them, like Beauty Counter, I think Arbonne even. Thank you again, Lizzie. They use that as part of their pitch, like, there's so many more ingredients banned in the UK and Canada and wherever. Like, they make it a selling point to be like, the ingredients that are banned in those countries, we don't use them in our stuff because the UK and Canada and all these other countries, they have longer ban lists, and that means that the stuff is better for you than the stuff that's made in America or whatever. I don't know how true all that shit is, but it's kind of backwards here, isn't it? She's basically saying there is something that is banned in Canada and the UK, and you can get it through Young Living, and you should be using it. There's just no rhyme or reason to any of this. They're just, oops, that's not the right button. They're just saying shit at this point. They all need to get on the same page, though. Like, is it good to have all those ingredients banned, or should we be taking all of the banned ingredients? Like, what is
Vitamin
it?
A, water soluble.
Beautiful, sexy womb is my new all-female punk band. Can I join?
Folate is so important for reproductive health too. Mineral chelates, zinc, iron, magnesium.
Doctors definitely comment on how sexy your womb
manganese,
is.
chromium, and molybdenum. Folate is naturally occurring from.
I think we've all just lost our minds at this
from
point,
an
right?
Organic food blend. So look up the difference between folate and folic acid with regards to reproductive health, because you'll see a difference. Yes, you need folic acid too, so I was taking that in addition to everything else, but folate is naturally occurring. It's not the synthetic. So the first capsule of Master Formula has fat-soluble vitamins A, D3, more D3, E, and K, along with essential oils. So there we go. This is another one that I found to be helpful along my journey, and I found other people also talking about how Femigen really helped them. So this one I would say is a level up, okay? The basics would include Master Formula, Prenalone Plus Cream, Vitamin D, Omega Gies, and Life 9. Those are like the basics. And then this is a level up if you want to like boost it a little bit more, right? So it
What?
Okay. Good. Oh, I love these comments coming in, y'all. Keep them coming in. Let me know where you're at, what else you want to get out of this presentation, because I'm here for you and I want to help. With
No, you want their money.
Knowledge that I have to help. Now, I am not a scientist. I am just
You don't say.
a girl.
And we should be taking her advice over our medical doctor's advices, right? Yep. Because she said that she only loves Western medicine, as she put it, for emergency circumstances, emergency situations. But she knows more than our doctors, of course.
And I am a business
That's
person.
all sarcasm.
Don't
listen to this
continuing
woman.
education company for 10 years, and I'm a musician and I'm a people person, but I'm no scientist, and I'm no pharmacist, and I'm no doctor. But I do know that I have a story, a very powerful story, and I have also listened to other very powerful stories. So
she's just admitting she has no credentials. She is not in any place to be talking about this stuff in a professional manner or in any sort of educated manner at all. She is not. She's not qualified at all. No, Gwen Stefani is just a girl. Oh, I'm just a squirrel.
The comments come in. Let me know where you're at, where you want to be, is there someone you want to help, and I'll try to see if I can put you in the right direction, give you some resources. So Femigen is a powerful hormonal support supplement that supports the female systems from adolescence to menopause. Now, having already had the hormone tests done, okay, so I could see the wave of the progesterone and the estrogen through my they did it over 30 days, but my cycle is typically like 24 to 28 days.
That's pretty
I
normal.
saw the wave, and I knew that I had like this latency phase 3 condition. Then I wanted to do Femigen to try to even out my hormones and make them wave when they're supposed to wave. Instead of like, that's another thing as you get older, your hormones are, the wave gets smaller and smaller. Well, I need some big waves here to support my reproductive health.
Big Wave is a beer made by Kona Brewing Company, and it's delicious. Okay.
So that's one of the reasons I added this next level Femigen to my basic reproductive support supplement.
Hunter! We went from talking about Gary Young's balls to now Gwyneth Paltrow's jade eggs. Keep it going. Love it.
Aviana supports the blood, while yam root supports a healthy inflammatory response.
I don't know how many people are on this call.
All these amazing roots and herbs.
Probably
and
a lot, though.
And like, just read about these. I went on a Google rampage when I was really diving deep into this, and
yeah, and that's where you should be getting your information from, and not your doctor, right? That's sarcasm.
And this is such a very, very, very powerful supplement, Femigen, with all these incredible herbs and minerals. So
with
read more about all this.
No
We've
evidence to back any of this up, really.
Nervous system support, female hormone support. We've got blood and liver. We've got support. We've got energy boosters, immune support, supporting libido, because when you're trying to get pregnant, it can be exhausting. It's like, I'm happy to make you happy, honey, but boy, I don't know if I can keep up with this schedule. Okay. Then endocrine system support, so important. And inflammatory response is very important to support that too. You want your inflammation down. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so these are the results.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So after doing this protocol, that is in
I said that my dog started barking.
That is in the Dropbox link. That is in the pinned comment under this video. After following that protocol for 3 months,
a nightmare is putting
straight,
this mildly.
Very, very. I was traveling. I was working full time. I was supporting both of us on my own. So I was like busting my buns, working, making presentations, traveling.
Oh, she was busting her buns, all right.
I would take my little, old lady capsule, what do you call it? Old lady, like it's a capsule. It's a thing that my grandma would use to remind her to take her pills, pill boxes. Mm-hmm. I would take that pill box wherever I went. I would bring extra supplements just in case I ran out. And so I did this July, August, and September, like super hardcore. I never missed a dose. I was so wild about it. But what gave me the motivation to be wild about this regimen was because I knew it was only temporary. I knew it was only 3 months. So I knew if I could just make it to the end of 3 months, we'll see how this goes. We'll see the results. I'll do another retrieval. And we did another retrieval in October. So are you ready for the results? Here we go.
Correlation does not equal causation.
So in October, they actually, last time they pulled 18 eggs. This time they pulled 21. So, not that huge of a difference. But do you see a difference in the second line there? It says mature eggs. 6 good, 10 fair, 2 poor. I was like, that's new. I don't think we had those like separated out last time. What's that all about, right? Why are they telling me 6 good, 10 fair, 2 poor? And so if you look at the previous one, they did not segment for me. They just said 14 total.
So this is supposed to prove what exactly? No, seriously, tell me. I'm curious. I'd like to know. What? It sounds like the doctor's office just kind of changed the way they do the reporting, but no, she's just like, oh no, that clearly means something.
Well, why didn't they separate? So after the fact, I asked my doctor, why didn't, in our June retrieval, in our first retrieval, why didn't you separate our mature eggs out into good, fair, poor? And she said, well, because you only had one good one.
Oh, and it's not like, oh, this might be shocking to some people. When you do this, the results are going to be different every time. Like, things are going to be different every time. Can we just... And she's chalking it up to her use of all this Young Living bullshit. And it's like... No, it's just like, this is just how shit goes sometimes.
Okay, so this one,
excuse me.
14 were mature, but only one was good. This one, we had 18 mature and 6 were rated good. 6, so that is the difference. I don't know if you can see it in the small print, but we went from the first retrieval, they pulled 18 eggs, but only one of them was good quality. The second retrieval, after 3 months of me doing that regimen hardcore, like it's Navy SEAL Hell Week for 3 months in a row, I would never miss a supplement. They pulled 21 eggs and 6 of them were good quality. That is major, massive, huge, and that made all the difference. So let me walk you through the days as we went along. 21 they pulled, 6 were good. Let's just look at those numbers. Then you look at day 3, and we were on pins and needles, but we're like, we're going to Disneyland on day 5, so whatever day 3 is all good. So day 3, 15. By day 3, see, they told us that the statistics, normally you go down by half every time they check. They go down by half. So if you start with 21, you'll have 10. But this time we had 15 that were still really good.
Congratulations.
Oh, well, we're going to Disneyland to maybe celebrate. We'll see. Okay, this is day 3.
Yeah,
now let's look at day 5, which may be covered by the captions.
I have to read this comment by Hunter because seriously, though, for real. Hunter says, could it possibly have to do with the hormones they gave you taking effect? No, it's definitely Ningxia Red and fucking magic. Right. 16 to 14 to 6 to 21 is worse. Honestly, all these numbers are jumbling in my head, and I've drank less than half of this and I'm already buzzed. So I have like a really low alcohol tolerance, so that's where I'm at right now. But I kind of like need to be here right now because I just can't I just can't deal with this shit. It's awful.
Sorry, I'll speak it out loud. Day 5 was 1. And that threw me for a loop because I was like, what? We went from 15 to...
So it sounds to me like you can't correlate any of this with Young Living shit. Because, like, in the end, the numbers are still low. But at least they have 1 and not 0. Okay, but, like, still, though.
1, that is so scary. So scary. So then we had day 6, we had 2. One of them revived itself and started...
That baby is Jesus. That one right there, that egg, that one is Jesus. Congratulations, you are the next Virgin Mary.
Coming along. And then by day 7, so we had 2. And then we got this sweet email of the 3 embryos that we biopsied. So then they did the genetic testing, which is an extra...
Okay, so it went from 21 to 2. The first time it was 18 to 0. So it's like, it's really, to me, like, it's not such a significant difference. And that's not something that on your second time, you can be like, yeah, this is my second time trying to freeze my eggs and whatever the fuck. And clearly, like, it was such a huge difference. And that's thanks to Young Living. I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. Sample size of 1 person. Exactly. Oh my God. I can't. Yeah, from here on out, guys, like, I'm gonna stop drinking that White Claw because I don't want to get, like, wasted here. Just bear with me here because I'm feeling a little loopy. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, like, here's the thing with Adderall is that, like, you kind of lose your appetite and forget to eat. And all I've eaten today is a handful of nuts. So, yeah, alcohol hits you differently, I guess. So that's where we're at here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I've eaten today. I should order a pizza. Or should I get something else for dinner? Nah, pizza sounds good. I should order pizza. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm hungry. Like, you kind of just, like, forget that you're supposed to eat sometimes. So that's where I'm at right now. And now that I remembered I'm supposed to eat, I'm like, oh, fuck, I am hungry.
Whatever, $4,000. Oh my gosh, these people make bank, I'm telling you.
Hi, Echo,
Out
Echo!
of the 3 embryos we buy
hi,
after.
Mom! Guys, my mom's here. She works for an OBGYN office, and Mom, this is one of the ones that I feel like you should rewind and go back and watch because it will freaking infuriate you. This lady is basically saying that you can deal with infertility through, with using essential oils and drinking Ningxia Red, which is basically just a fruit juice. It's wild. Mom, I can't go eat right now. I'm streaming. No, I could. You know what? I have some gummy worms up here. Sparrow brought those up here earlier because she was playing The Sims. Anyway, sorry. Okay, wait. No, I don't have any food I can snack on. I'm gonna order a pizza.
2 were normal.
Handful of
Please
Gary Young, what?
Yeah, it was very
Stuffed crust?
scientific.
No.
But no, it's
Do you guys have Barrows? I think Barrows is like an Arizona thing. They have delicious buffalo chicken pizza, and that's what I feel like I want right now. It'll give me diarrhea tomorrow, but like it'll be worth it. No, that's what I want. I think I need to order from Barrows.
like 2 are normal, which means that 2 go in the freezer, which means that we could potentially have 2 children. This is 2 moving
Yeah, I
from
need to order
0
pizza right
to
now.
2. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a huge deal. This is a huge deal.
I'm still listening.
So,
I'm trying to at least.
There she is. I'm gonna cry.
So she had 21 eggs extracted, and you know, that's great. That's wonderful that this ended up working out for her. But like, the first time she had 18 and had 0. The second time she had 21 and had 2. Like, I don't think that that's enough to be like, it was definitely the young living. This is a classic correlation does not equal causation. I know I've said this a million times in this fucking stream, but it's just like, this is just how it works. Like, sometimes people need to do IVF like multiple times, or they need to do like the whole extraction and stuff multiple times. That's not unusual. Those results are typical of anyone, whether or not they're spending thousands of dollars on essential oils. Okay, I'm gonna let this play so I can order pizza.
Okay, so this is Jillian, who is our miracle baby. So that's what happened. We did do a third retrieval 3 months later, only because we had bought a package that
No, not
and then we got
Sbarro's.
an extra egg after that.
No. Shut the fuck up. This white claw man. Not Sbarro's, just Barrows. It's different. Look it up.
I decided to do the supplement regimen, but I decided to give myself grace, and if I forget a day or whatever, then I'd be okay, since we already have 2. Okay. So then in February, 3 months later, we did a third retrieval, and we actually got another sweet little hatching embryo that was eligible to be frozen.
So just one? Oh my god. Ugh. And of course she's going to chalk that up to her using essential oils, right? She had a third extraction done and presumably probably had around the same amount of eggs she's gotten the past 2 times. And it ended up only being 1. There's only one number that's difference between 1 and 0. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this is... I can't. Shut up. I need to order pizza.
So this is our little Jilly baby. And
Griffin is our miracle
July
baby.
Of 2000.
Guys, my mom was there for everything with all my infertility shit that I told you about at the beginning of the stream. She was there through all of it, and Griffin is our little miracle baby. He is the rainbow after the storm of bullshit.
19 is when we did the transfer, and we called her Spark while she was in my belly, because we transferred her. We saw her take her first roller coaster ride from the lab into my belly.
Like, that's sweet and
July
everything,
3rd,
but
which was
come
so
on.
close to Independence Day, so we called her Spark. And she was Spark until she was born, and then she was Jillian. And there she is at the 20-week mark, which is like the 4D photography, which is pretty
How
cool.
cute.
And then
Now we're in...
here she is in real life, and this was actually from this
okay,
morning.
she's cute.
And she has this cool outfit with pockets, and she loves playing with her pockets. So that's our girl. And this is me and Jilly a couple days ago, and this is these goofballs who are two peas in a pod. And
Griffin started doing that with his fingers recently too. He looks like about the same age as this baby here. Yeah, he started chewing on his fingers like that. I think it's like a self-soothing thing. I think it's like normal. So
now
two peas in a pod though. Does your husband normally do that?
Not a happy ending. Not everyone has a happy ending. Like, not everyone has an ending like this. And so, so I just want to encourage you, wherever you're at, just know that you're not alone. And I'm going to go through and see if there are any questions I can answer right now. But that's our Jilly baby. She's Jillian Sage Cross.
Yeah, that's cute and everything.
I had known all this when I was trying. I was 38, and thankfully I have a 19-year-old daughter. Oh, yay. I needed this wisdom so much.
Sorry, I'm trying to focus on this pizza thing.
Sheets due to an autoimmune disorder, so that's very interesting. Yes, so check out that supplement that I was covering about. Lucy says, not a scientist, but you have done your research. Amen. Absolutely. I've had recurring miscarriages and have developed antibodies after having my O+ daughter, and I have hypothyroidism and hypertension. It feels like everything is against me having a second baby. Oh, I feel you. And my heart's going out to you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. That shit sucks, dude. Infertility sucks.
Well, Crystal, you're not alone. If you want to private message me, then I'd love to be a listening ear for you. Jessica, thank you for giving me Pillbox. Wow, such an amazing difference. Can Femogen replace HRT? I don't know what HRT is.
Hormone replacement therapy? Are you really going to try to tell me that your fucking essential oil is going to replace hormone replacement therapy? Like literally like estrogen and stuff. Like, I don't know. No, the answer to that is no.
If anybody can help me out there. I hated that part of IVF. Oh, the waiting. Danielle has a Jillian. Yay! Oh, that's so sweet. Yes. And so that is my story. Thanks, everyone. Do you feel like it would have changed anything in
Hold on, I'm almost done with this pizza thing. Sorry.
1,000%. 1,000% yes. Okay, this is a question.
There's...
Crystal says...
You have no evidence to support what you just said. At all. Period. She's just like, 1,000%. Yeah, absolutely. Like, no. Actually, this is... Again, like I've said a million times, correlation does not equal causation, and that's what this is. That's exactly what this is. Oh my God.
I really want to dig into this question. Do you feel like it would have changed anything in conceiving without IVF, without IVF? So 1,000% yes.
Of course you want to believe that, and you want them to believe this too, because if they believe it, they'll buy all this shit, and you'll make a fat commission.
Yes. Hindsight is always 20/20, and because everybody's story is different, and different things help different people, and maybe my story isn't going to help you, but maybe you can take something that will help you on your journey. And it's like, fertility is it's a struggle. Like, it's so hard. But I'm telling you, if I had not done IVF, and if I had known about It Starts With the Egg, that book, It Starts With the Egg, if I had known about that book and known about the protocols in the back of the book, because I do believe supplements make a huge difference, then 1,000% I would have, before doing IVF, I would have absolutely come up with my protocol.
But she's still, oh my God. She's still, okay, so she did IVF the first time. And then in between the first and the second time, I think, if I'm remembering her story correctly, is when she was introduced to that fucking book with the protocol that she made up because she replaced all the products in the protocol with Young Living products. But I digress. So she did the protocol, but still did IVF after that. 2 more times. Or at least she has one more embryo from doing it, the retrieval for a third time. So like, what? Why did you still go through with the IVF then? It was, what did you say, $15,000 every time you do it. Why would you go through with it? If the protocol is what did it for you and you wish you would have not gone with IVF, then why did you go through with it 2 more times? You want to know my pizza order? Like I was telling you, I got a buffalo chicken pizza for myself. My husband is vegetarian, so he can't eat it. So for him, I got a cheese pizza, and for the kids, I got a pepperoni pizza because that's what they like. So that's what's up. IVF docs know what they're doing, and I bet they don't push Young Living or what. Hello? Hey, mister, you want to come see what's up? This is Dodo. No, you can't have gummy worms, dude. He calls them dodos. I don't know why. Just a voice. $10. Thank you. Have a slice on me, or is it just me, or is this nauseating? How disgustingly, grossly manipulating is this? Love to you and your lovely family. No, you can't have okay, one gummy worm. Don't judge me. You can have one gummy worm. And no more. He's gonna ask for Dodo right after this. King Griffin is here. He just like comes up the stairs and is like stomping around. Anyway, there's still 10 more minutes left to this live, but anyway, everything that this lady's saying is making no sense. And again, please do not take anything that she says as medical advice.
And done the same thing without doing IVF and saved us $70,000 out of my pocket alone because I was the only one supporting our family. Yes.
$70,000, dude.
Yes, 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 yes. Now, the benefit of me paying the $70,000 and going through IVF is I have the medical records to show the difference that it made in my egg quality.
It wasn't a significant difference. Like it wasn't such a significant difference that you can say it was definitely the essential oils that did it. It just wasn't. No, you can't have Dodo. Don't get mad at me in front of everybody.
Quality. So I have the medical records to show
No.
it. The other part is that
Pizza's coming.
when you're entering a fertility journey, you don't know what you don't know because people
Pizza's
don't really
coming,
talk
bud.
about fertility openly. Or if you're on a fertility journey, you're so sick of being bombarded with information that you don't want to listen to any more fertility crap anymore, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's hard to get to the heart of what is going to help you when you're on a fertility journey because you read everything and you're inundated with everything and you're like committed to trying everything, and then when you try everything it still doesn't work, and then you're discouraged and you're like, screw this, I'm done. So if I had that targeted information that told me, yes, Kat, it is your egg quality, yes, if I had the targeted information provided in that book before going to IVF, then 1,000% yes, I would have done
Hunter.
it. I would have done it balls to the wall, no excuses, unshakable.
Then why didn't you?
Nobody get in my way. 7 supplements a day for 3 months. See if there's a difference. Have wild and crazy sex with my husband for a couple months after engaging in the 3-month protocol of those supplements because I really do.
Then do it. Prove it. Hey, here's an idea. Do it. She said that she still has one more egg left, and it's like, okay, that's cool if it implants, but if it doesn't, do this. Prove it. Prove that you can overcome the infertility that you were experiencing before you got IVF. Prove that you can do it without IVF. Do it. I fucking dare you. She can't do it. I'm telling you right now. Hearing this hurts my heart after 3 miscarriages. Em, I'm so sorry. Yeah. If you... What's up, Tish? For Griffin's Gummy Worm Fund. Thank you. That's so kind of you. Anyway, ew, sperm shakes. Targeted information, I don't fucking know. The opposite of fake news, whatever that is. Yeah, no, Em, if you don't know my story, I had 2 miscarriages in between my kids, so, like, I totally get it. And it's really hard. It's a hard thing to listen to when you're going through it, and if you need to click off, do what you need to do to take care of your mental health. But this this Zoom call is a really tough one. Thank you again. It's a tough one to listen to coming from a place of infertility, because what she's doing is she is preying on vulnerable people who just want to have a baby, who just want to start a family, and she's preying on that. Not only that, she's making hundreds of dollars in commission off of these vulnerable people. And yeah, It's disgusting. We can sit here and make all the jokes and ha ha ha, he, pizza and gummy worms and Gary Young's balls. But at the end of all of it, it really is fucked up. And I'm sorry if you're experiencing some feelings because of it. And I totally, absolutely understand. And this goes for everyone too. If this is too heavy of a topic, like, I know I try to make light of things sometimes, especially, heavy topics like this. But yeah, if it's not doing good things to your mental health, please, by all means, do what you need to do. I've known people that go through IVF and then achieve pregnancy without doing anything after they successfully had an IVF baby. Yeah. Clipping what? What did I do? The gummy worms and shit? Yeah, Mom. Yeah, no, it, just like I've been saying, correlation doesn't equal causation. And she is 100% correlating this to her achieving a pregnancy through IVF. And it's just nonsense. It's not true. It's absolute. There's no solid evidence behind any of that.
Also believe that, and she covers this in the book, I really do also believe that it really takes a good 3 months for these supplements, for your body to like get into this like boosted thing.
Says who?
Like to really feel the positive effects of the supplements. Give it 3 months of hardcore. Then 1,000%, yes, I could have saved $70,000. I wouldn't have.
Yeah, but like, look at the amount of money. We haven't even added all this up yet, and we're going to. But look at the amount of money you've spent on these fucking supplements, dude. Like, it's not that far off from IVF, dude.
Have any medical records to prove it, but I would be like, I'd have a miracle baby, right? I have a miracle baby anyway. I have a miracle baby through IVF and having medical records, but yes, so I thank you for asking that question.
The medical records prove nothing.
That yes, I would have done this pre-IVF if I had had this very targeted information. Because my condition, they called it unexplained infertility, which in my opinion is so very often you're over 35 and your eggs, we don't have the technology to measure the quality of your egg.
So why the fuck are you sitting here? There have been multiple times in this Zoom call of hers where she has literally said, like, she even said at the beginning of this, she was like, this protocol improved my eggs by 6 or something, like a very specific number. You're gonna sit here and be like, a very specific number, my eggs improved in quality times 6. And it's like, but now she just said, we don't have a way to measure it. Then where'd you get 6 from? What are you talking about? None of it makes sense, dude.
Without doing
I hate
egg
it.
retrieval. However, it's probably your egg quality. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, the other thing is, I want to address sperm. My husband was tested for his sperm, and they said everything's fine with his sperm. However, the sperm, okay, if the egg quality tests suck, unless you do IVF, unless they actually like pull eggs out of you surgically with a very fine needle going into your ovaries, that's the only way they can measure egg quality. Do you think their sperm quality measurement is any better? No. So that's why even if your partner tests for great sperm, flying, awesome.
I mean, it's not that hard. It's not that, okay, dude, are you serious? The process between obtaining sperm to test and obtaining eggs to test, one is very invasive and the other one is splooging into a cup, dude. And then what do? You take those little spermies and you put them under a microscope and you go, oh, look at that one's moving really good. Look at these are all moving really good. Let's count how many there are in this sample size. And Like, it's like basic, simple math, simple science. Yeah, no, there are actually multiple things that you can measure as far as sperm quality goes, I guess. What is she talking about? I can't. But you know what? All you need to do is drink Ningxia.
Results. You're doing great. And your partner is so proud. Yeah, I've got the sperm. Still, get your partner on the regimen that they go over in the book.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
Because the tests
because I'm $70,000 in debt because of IVF and I need to pay it off. So please follow this protocol.
Are not good. Fertility tests are not good. They're the medical advancement of fertility measurements is not good. It sucks compared to the measurement of like heart health or, you know, cardiovascular health or what, like many.
She literally said also that she has no medical background at all. And now she's sitting here being like, our test results for heart health is so much more, it's a higher quality than testing for sperm health. But where are you getting this? Where are you getting this? Who gave you this information? Because it doesn't make any sense.
Other tests that the medical community has developed. Fertility measurements and testing in the medical field suck. They suck.
Put sperm under a microscope.
So what you want to do
microscope.
is go all the way for 3 months. Do something really hard. Try things in 3-month bursts where you're just like all in. That's what I recommend.
Because it'll line your pockets. It'll help you pay off that IVF debt. Oh my God.
I've struggled for many years, 5 miscarriages, 1 failed at IVF. I have a blood clotting disorder that only shows up when I'm pregnant. Husband has something with a chromosome that causes miscarriage and birth defects, and doctors don't know what else to do. Okay. If you want to DM me, then I would...
You know why she's saying this? DM me, because I can't give you medical advice because I'm not a medical professional. Just DM me so I can give you unadulterated, just quack science medical advice, so that those pesky anti-MLMers won't hear it, and I can say whatever I want in DMs.
I would be more than willing to be a listening ear, my friend. All of our tests came back normal for both my husband and myself. My doctor prescribed Clomid for 4 months. I also included almost all these supplements and oils, but unfortunately we never got a positive. We don't have enough money for IVF. I got a loan. And then you know what? Because I'm goal oriented, like we got loans for IVF, and then we paid it off in a year because I was like,
because young
we're
living.
not gonna hang on to this loan. But I hear you on that. I feel you on that, Holly.
I don't know if you do. If you were able to pay off a $70,000 loan in a year, I don't think you hear her.
Everybody has to make a decision that's best for themselves. Acupuncture can help with... Okay, someone is helping someone in the comments. Good. Your story is amazing.
Because I'm sure that person is qualified
on my
too.
Way to menopause, but I loved hearing all of this, and maybe I can help a friend or niece someday.
Guys, Griffin's like sad downstairs.
I hope so. Thanks for being present with me,
So if you hear him,
everybody.
I'm sorry.
Due to my autoimmune
He's down there
disorder
with his
and chemo
daddy.
I took, I have poor egg quality. I'll be looking into this. Yes. And don't believe people when they say, oh, well, there's nothing you can really do about egg quality. I do not believe that. And in fact, in the book, It Starts with the Egg, she doesn't believe it either. She had her own fertility journey that you can listen to in the book.
Okay, I don't know anything about this lady who wrote this book, and maybe I should look it up, but is she a medical professional? To hear someone who is not a medical professional be like, I don't believe this thing that doctors say. Based on what? What is your unit of measurement? What processes do you go through in order to come to that conclusion? Because I don't think you have any... Sorry about Griffin, poor baby. I think he's tired. Yeah, I don't know.
I forgot what her condition was, but it's kind of common. I mean, it's common for like within the spectrum of conditions. So listen to her story in the book, and you might be surprised. So, wow, your story is absolutely amazing. I have a family member struggling with infertility. I've tried to share some different products with testimony. Sadly, I can't get her to explore. Okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Can we message you privately? You are more than welcome to message me privately. I will say, I'm a little behind on my messages right now, but definitely message me privately.
Because she's so popular.
I'll do what I can to provide resources or answers in some way, shape, or form. So thanks everyone for coming. Thank you for listening to my story. I just got on what is the regimen. Oh, it's called It Starts with the Egg.
This is my regimen.
It's called It Starts with the Egg.
Ew.
So yes, It Starts with the Egg, and It Starts with the Egg has all the protocols in the back of the book, depending upon your condition, as well as your diagnosis, if you have one, as well as she has a protocol
I need to
for
look
you
up this
if you're
lady.
just getting started and you just want to be proactive. about, because 85% of us don't have any struggles with fertility. Okay, there are 85% of people who don't have any struggles with fertility. So if you're watching this and you're like, well, someday I want to be pregnant, but I don't know, I'm worried. Or if you just want to be proactive in your health, get the book and follow the protocol for a person who is just starting to.
All right, about the author. Hi, I'm Rebecca. When I was 26, I was diagnosed with diminished ovarian reserve, and told I had incredibly low odds of being okay. Never wanted to give up. I put my so she has a degree in biochemistry and genetics. Oh, now it's all like, join the community. Oh no, get out of here! I want to read about the author. Okay, but again, like, this is something that we've talked about a lot too, is just because you went to school for something doesn't mean you're an expert. School, as far as biochemistry and shit goes, and genetics and all that, that's like the ground level, like that's like the basic shit that you need to get done first, and then most of the time, your expertise comes from actually working in the field. After spending months poring through over 500 scientific studies and clinical trials. Okay, well, I mean, what were the quality of those trials that you looked at? Where'd you get them from? Who did them? Blah, blah. I developed a new approach to supporting egg quality through carefully chosen supplements, dietary changes, and avoiding the chemicals that potentially cause harm. Blah, blah, blah. My subsequent had 2 sons, are a surrogate. I'm just trying to find what qualifies her. It sounds to me like nothing. If you have a biochemistry degree, cool, I guess. But I don't think that makes you an expert in fertility at all. They're actually kind of different. Actually, biochemistry is not fertility. I'm sure like they go hand in hand and intertwine in some way here and there. But no, that doesn't make you an expert, dude. You're not a medical expert. She's not a medical expert. She's not qualified to put together this fucking regimen for people. Fucking wild, dude. And here they are taking it as it's like the holy grail of infertility. And then you have this lady who has openly said that she's not a medical professional, doesn't know shit about shit. What's that thing that they say? She doesn't know shit about fuck. She doesn't know shit. And she's just like, yep, So she took this regimen from this lady who has no real qualifications to be saying any of this. And she took her regimen and then redid it so that it's Young Living shit. And supposedly, and now people are taking this as medical advice. And this lady's all like, yeah, DM me and I will slide into your DMs and I will send you all of this pseudo quack science and shit. I'll send you my link and you can buy all of it and give me all the money. It's sickening. Sickening. Okay, there's less than 2 minutes left here.
You try to conceive.
We still have to add all this shit up.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Check out the dropped pin at the end of the comments. Yes. So I pinned a comment under this video. Hopefully it'll stay as a pinned comment when we stop the live, which will be in a few seconds. But there is a pinned comment where I share a Dropbox link that shares with you the regimen that I did. But remember, this is my story and my condition. Mine was in unexplained infertility, and I was like 38 or 39 at the time, right? So my story is different from yours. You have to get the book. I highly recommend. I can't recommend highly enough. Get the book. It starts with the egg, and then match up the protocol depending upon your situation. All right. I love you all. We are in this together. And
you're
please
literally
know
not,
that you can lean on me, and you can always send me a private message if you'd rather have private support. I get it. This is a really tender topic. So I'm sending you all love. And I will talk to you later. There's my magic picture. Okay, I'll end with this one. Bye, everybody.
Jiminy Christmas. Okay, so let's look up all this shit here. Get my calculator going. So I have 3 sticky notes full of shit that we need to add up. So we got Young Living Sleep Essence. Jeez. Okay. Should we do, we should probably do the discount price, right? Because we're just going to assume that all these people are signed up for Young Living. I mean, I think that's plausible. I think most people don't buy retail. They end up getting swindled into actually joining. Okay, so we got $28.50. And sorry, what is this for? Let's do a month's supply. This is 30 soft gels. Take 1 to 2 soft gels. Okay, so let's double that. Because if she's taking 2 per day, and we're doing a month's supply of this shit. Okay, then we got Master Formula. Holy shit, $92? What is this? How long does this last? 30 servings. Take 1 packet daily. Okay, so this is a 30-day supply for $92 fucking dollars. Jiminy Christmas. Okay. Already over $100 and we're only on 2 of these. Endoflex. Nope. Endoflex. Probably the Endoflex Vitality, right? Okay. $14.25. That's maybe one of the cheapest things I've ever seen Young Living sell. Okay. $14.25. And then we got Sclerescence Vitality. Ooh, sorry. $16.75. And then we got Femigen. $26. How many? Okay, so there's 60 in here. 2 capsules with breakfast and 2 capsules with lunch. So it's 4 per day. 60 capsules. Let's double this shit too. Because that's not a month supply. Fuck, I can't do that math in my head. 26, 25, 50, 52, 50, right? And then, oh my god, we're already over. I'm not even through 1 sticky note here. Lady Scleral. 63 doll hairs! Oh my god. That's expensive. And 25 cents. Okay, so we're through 1 sticky note. Did I do Master Formula already? Yeah, okay, that's on here. Super B. Oops, nope. Super B tablets. $22.75. 60 tablets. 2 tablets daily. This is a 30-day supply. Okay, for once. Sorry if this is boring, guys. I just feel like this is relevant. Okay, and then we got Omega Jies. Why is it not? Holy shit, $68. 120 liquid capsules. Do not exceed 8 capsules per day. Take 2 to 4 capsules 2 times daily. Let's just say she's taking 8 a day because we know that these people are into that shit. Okay, so if you're taking 8 capsules a day, would that make it a 30-day supply? I'm trying to do math in my head while I'm like a little bit tipsy. It's not easy. Okay, let's do 120 divided by 8. Oh, that's 15. That's 15? That's a 15-day supply? So you need to buy 2 of these? Is that right? All right. We'll add 2 of them. Jesus Christ. Okay. And then that shit's expensive, dude. Holy shit, mind-wise. Oh my god! 69, nice. What do we got here? Is this what is this? I don't see like a number of. Okay, so this is like a liquid. Take 2 teaspoons once daily for the first 7 to 10 days. Serving size 1 tablespoon. And it says 2. So how many? Okay, servings per container, 30. If 1 tablespoon is 1, and it says up to take 2 once daily. Okay, so this is a 15-day supply. Am I right? Okay, all right. I think no one's telling me that I'm wrong yet, so let's add another 69 to that. Nice! We're up to almost $600. Oh my god. And this is the discounted price, by the way. Ningxia. Now, here's the thing with Ningxia. She said... No, not the combo pack. We want just the little packets. Can you get... How do you get the... I just want like the... Ningxia Red. Oh, here's what I was looking for. Because she said she was taking 4 of these per day. Holy shit. Okay, 4 per day. You get 30 for almost $100. Oh my god. Okay. So 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. That's a 7.5 day supply. Are you kidding me? So how many of these would you need to buy in a month? Okay, like if you bought a 90 count. 90 divided by 4 is 22.5. Even that's not a month's supply. Discount is $283. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, the juice is pretty gross. Fuck it, I'm just gonna put... Let's do a 60 and a 90. Just to try to be as fair as possible. So we got... Wait, shit, did that just... Damn it. 283. Ah, fuck. How do you go back to history? Okay, wait. Okay, so we gotta... Sorry. 283.25 plus, and we'll do a 60 count. $190. This is so crazy. Look at this. Are you kidding me? 190.25. We're over $1,000. Wow. Oh my god. Then we have Prenolone, the body cream. So this is a body cream, $55. Oh, $42.50. Still though, for a fucking like lotion. Okay. 42.5. Did I already do Endogize? No, I did Endoflex. Endogize is like the pill form, I think. For $50 basically. 60 count. Is this 2 per day? 1 capsule 2 times daily. It says discontinue for 2 weeks before resuming. Okay, well, we'll just put 1 on here because we know that these people don't fucking read the directions anyway. Okay, plus $49.50. Okay, we got 2 more. Sorry, we're almost there, guys. Progescent. Nope. Progescence plus serum, I guess. $43.25. This is insane. 1 more, whatever the fuck Life 9 is. Like, it's really clear to me now how, like, why these people are always pushing Ningxia, because that price tag is... That shit ain't right. Okay, 30 capsules, 1 capsule every night following a meal or as needed. For best results, take 1 capsule 8 hours after using inner defense. Okay, well, I don't know. 1 capsule every night. Okay, the 30-day supply. $33.25. Okay. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, that's easy to remember. Okay, so you guys, her entire bullshit regimen that she put, I wrote this all down from her regimen. Her entire regimen will cost somebody at the discounted price $1,234.50. And guess how much she's going to make off of that? Let's see. What's half of that? For every person she recruits and gets to do this, if they sign up as a Young Living member, and she, for that first month, she will make $617.25 off of one person, let alone if she recruits multiple. Now, that's only the first month. How much is Young Living's regular commission? Is it 25%? Let me see. How much commission sales Young Living? No, that's not what I want. Compensation plan. Here, you can look at it with me. No, that's unilevel. I just want to know. Fast start, 25% bonus on your new personally enrolled customers or brand partners during their second and third calendar months. Okay. So okay, let me write this part down. So for the first month, what was it? She'll make $617.25. For the next 2 months, if they continue with this, she will make, well, shit, I guess, never mind. That's stupid. I didn't even have to do that. So this will be times 2 then. So if she newly recruits somebody. Oh, okay. Yeah, the entire price of that, the $1,234.50, if she newly recruits somebody and gets them to do this and buy that shit 3 months in a row, assuming they're new recruits, she will make $1,234.05 off of every single person who does this. And they're spending that, so that person is spending that every month. So what's that times 3? If they do that for 3 months, that's $3,703.50. That someone is spending, that can go towards IVF, dude. Come on. It's way worse than I thought it was going to be, dude. Like, I cannot believe that shit. Wow. That's shocking, honestly. I mean, like, it really puts it into perspective when you do the math like that, because it's like, yeah, she's pushing this shit so hard, and yeah, she was sitting there being like, did this help me? 1,000%. Yes, it did. I recommend it to everybody. Okay. You know why she recommends it to everybody? Because everyone who signs up under her and does this, she will make $1,200 for one person if she can convince them to do this for 3 months. $1,200 in her pocket for one person. It's kind of a mystery why they push this stuff so hard. Do they truly believe in it? Who's to say? But one thing they definitely believe in is that money lining their pockets, baby. It's sickening. It's absolutely sickening. Right? You guys are like, that's my mortgage. Yeah. Like, she was talking about how she had to open up a loan for IVF. You're going to have to open up a loan to pay for Young Living shit. The Young Living protocol. And I'm sorry, but this shit isn't going to work for you. I would love to see this woman actually try to conceive a child without IVF using only this, given her history. I'd love to see her try. Pizza time for me? Yeah, it's got to be coming soon. I haven't heard my dogs barking yet, but it should be. When did I order it? It's got to be here soon. Yeah, I need to bounce, y'all. But actually, let me see. Did Marco end up going live? Or is anyone else live? Let's see. Podcast in studio? Sorry. YouTube's like, you can make podcasts here. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see what's going on our live stream. La 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 la. Customization. Redirect. He is live. Okay. You know what? It says that Chelsea's live too. Listen, I love Marco, but wait, she's still live right now? I feel like she was live when I went live. Hold on. Let me just double check. It says she's live. Did she just...
Sometimes.
Oh my god, she is live. Okay. All right, we'll redirect to Chelsea this time. I don't know what she's talking about or what she's doing. It's just a spicy live. So, okay. So if y'all want to say what's up to Chelsea, after I end this stream, it's gonna go to hers, and then Marco is also live right now too, so you can go hit up Marco too. Anyway, listen, it's been fun. It's been real fun. Okay. I need to go eat some pizza though. So, gonna end it here, fam. But thanks for being here and for being you. And please enjoy whatever you end up watching after this. Enjoy your Friday night. Don't take anything that this lady said as medical advice. And peace out.